And we're back. Hello for the first time.
Hello.
Hey.
Wow.
Hi, everybody. Welcome into Goblin Cave TV. Welcome, VJ for the first time, and welcome back, Molgars. And of course, we have Chibi, Wolf, Howln, and Dr. Oblong. We can do introductions a bit further on. Just wanted to do a bit of paperwork bits. This is my first time emceeing, also first time being a keeper for Monster of the Week. This is going to be a big experience for me. I'm relying on these guys to be amazing. Focus on them. I'm just going to try to keep up with them. And I'm pretty sure it's going to get crazy. So that's my precursor. Just go, it's going to get weird. We have Soundscape audio, which is going to be in the background. And my job also is to keep them all on edge and keep them spooky and make the world feel dangerous. So just an upfront trigger warning. While there's going to be a lot of comedy, I'm going to be fucking with their heads. The other thing is that the overlay is done by Hitokiri Chibi, which is over there. She did amazing. I've done some, well, you've just noticed there, we've got some lightning effects going on as well. That was a happy accident, but hey, it works really well. And if you're not familiar with if you're not familiar with Monster of the Week, there is a day to dusk type of timer. So we'll start it back onto day before we start the campaign, before we start everything. So you'll notice that the background changes color. At the start, we'll start black and whitish, and we'll get darker and darker and darker as everything gets more nightmarish and more dangerous for everybody around, because that's how the game works. But you can also donate your monies. We only ask for $1 or 100 bits, or channel donations to the channel, as in redemptions, to give our players, I think we agreed, experience or luck back. Is that right?
I believe that is what we
Yes.
talked about.
Yeah. So even though
Help save our souls.
right below me it says
literally.
something differently, ignore that. This was an old overlay that I kind of forgot that last part. But you can donate. It's not much. It helps out the channel, helps pay for amazing artworks like this, and helps going forward and pay bills for things like Sciencescape, who are not sponsors, but we do love their work. I think that's everything from my side of things. Let's say hello to everybody else. We'll start with Wolf, and we'll work our way around and do introductions. Maybe a little bit about the character, not a lot, because there's still want some spoilers, maybe.
Sure. All right. So I am Wolf of Red Roses. Today I'll be playing Prospero Theus III, town rich boy, and we'll leave it at that.
The third is kind of an obvious start for that. Howln.
What's up, y'all? I am Howln, and I will be playing Eugene, the lovable noir of the group.
Okay. Dr. Oblong.
G'day, I'm Dr. Oblong. This is my cat, Sunny. She's on my lap. She won't be playing, but I will be playing Uncle Marvin Spraff. I'm a carny, and I'm a bit older than the rest of the gang.
Okie dokie. Chibi.
Hi, I'm Chibi. I'm playing Brianna Gentry. I'm just like Irish immigrant that came here from, with my family a while back, and yeah, just we'll see how things unfold. And I've got a pet dog called Shadow. Wait, I called him Smoke. I forgot.
You can always retcon, it's okay. We haven't even started.
I know, but I wrote it somewhere and I want to remember it.
When you have two sets of notes and they don't match.
Did I change things?
Mm-hmm. VJ, welcome to the channel.
Hi, I'm VJ. Hey, baby, you want to buy some drugs? I'm playing Tracy Trace Jenkins. I'm the spooky tonight. I'm a dropout and a cold-hearted dame who walks into your life, steals your heart, and keys your car.
Trace, I'm the spooky. You're the crooked. God, you always do this. I'm Stacy Jenkins. I'm the younger twin, and I'm like really popular. So.
And
I wish I was that popular.
Oh, and
Yeah.
I'm Molly Molgars. Hi. I also have a name, and I'm not just a character.
I'm a real person.
And you also have a
Yet-
role-playing
yet to
history
be
with
proven.
VJ. Yes. Yes. So there was something else I was going to mention as well. So also new people in chat. Hi everybody. It's great to see new people here. Next week, like we do have giveaways for Roll20 as a part of their ambassadorial program. We've got giveaways for Monster of the Week. I hadn't set it up because I've been so stressed on getting this up and running. So next week we'll start with some giveaways. It's my intent to actually do the giveaways, but it's just been, but next week we'll do giveaways. Also, we have a different version of the intro movie, just as a heads up for when we get back from the break. Just as a heads up for that one, it's worth seeing that version as well. Shall we start everything with...
Can we intro Chibi first?
Chibi
I did.
We did Chibi.
Oh,
We did Chibi.
Smoke.
Chibi, sorry. Oh,
Yeah.
I
Smoke
think your
and
mind's
shadow.
going, Unky Marv.
yeah. Don't worry
Have you
about
taken
me.
your medicine?
Nope.
Yeah, your hearing's
That's
going.
probably
I've been
it.
off my meds for months.
Oh, he's on my meds now. He's fine.
That's the other thing. Just a disclaimer: don't do drugs, do dice. Don't inhale dice or eat them.
Just look at them.
Yeah,
There could be some very adult content in this. game,
yes.
as a disclaimer, right away.
Yes, that was the one thing. Yes, I just need a flash screen of like, don't do drugs. Don't, like every time VJ talks
Every time
about-
I speak,
Every time.
do that in the chat. Pop that up in the chat so it covers Molgar.
And then it's sort of like she's the one who's saying don't do drugs. Laura's just trying to like make a deal.
So a little bit of adult content, a little bit of mature content, but yeah, just a little bit of seriousness. Okay, so we start our scene. We start our scene at the local bar. Our first scene, I think we should start at a local bar. It's been a traumatic day. Most people here have left the town of Prosperity for some time. Only one officially has stuck around. People have come in and out throughout the time, but only one's really stuck around. But everyone has come back for an event. And that event is the death of an old friend. The death of a person, maybe not friend for some people, but someone that you've connected to, and it's brought you all back to the town. And so I think we'll start with a scene in the bar. Can I ask what's the name of the bar?
I feel like
leg.
Trace would know that. The peg leg. I love that.
Actually, I'm down for the peg leg. That sounds great.
Okay, so the Peg Leg Bar is apparently where you're just doing your thing. And so what type of the bar is it? I'm curious.
I
Oh,
would
it's-
have to. Oh, please go ahead.
I was gonna say it's obviously a dive bar. That's where all the working fellas go after a long day.
See, I had a different thought, but I think we can make it work. I think this used to be like a themed bar. Like it was named the Peg Leg, and it used to be a themed bar, like a themed pirate bar. But it quickly, like, no one bought into it, no one cared, so it became a dive bar. They just kept the name. There's still a few pirate memorabilia things around, like there's a ship's steering wheel above the bar, but it is a dive bar now.
It was too
It
expensive to
serves-
change all of the branding, so they kept the peg leg.
It serves a lot of fish, and we are not a coastal town.
I believe we're mining.
It's
if I'm not-
really-
if I
We're
remember
mining
correctly.
town.
There is a large lake nearby, and I would also like to add to the history of the peg leg that there literally is like a peg leg and it's the thing for all the high school kids to at least try to steal it once. So it's gone missing numerous times.
And
It's
they
gone
also
on
do, like,
adventures.
drinks out of it for people.
Yeah, they gotta drink
Oh,
drinks out of
ew.
it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Once you steal it, you
It's
must do a
moldy.
shot from the peg leg.
And the joke in town is the peg leg, the only place in town that lets you get legless.
Yeah.
I like how we work together here to create something momentous.
I
And
know.
I hope
So
someone's
great.
taking notes.
I'll add it to our connections map.
Our location, our first location.
I know Keeper should be taking lots of notes, but I'm also running a few other things. But yes, we have the peg leg. Can I also add that there's netting above, like on the ceiling, and it's one of the things like, and there's crabs and things that are stuck in there, but there's also shoes and other things that have been thrown into there over the years, and maybe like high heels or other things when people get drunk and rowdy. Maybe some articles of clothing, but it's too high up that like no one's even bothered to get down. So we'll start the peg legs music, shall we? Because they've never changed the jukebox.
I was like, this fits.
They can't get into the jukebox to change the music, so it's all still pirate music.
Yeah, they lost the key for the ship's cabin, so it's still pirate. So we're in a day of mourning or night of morning drinks, in the peg leg with the pirate music happening. Did everyone go to the funeral?
Yes.
No one missed it. Everyone went.
Yeah, 100%.
I kind of brooded on the edges of it, you know, like my back against a brick wall, just kind of watching. So I was there technically, but only technically.
Okay.
I showed up late, but fashionably.
Stacy was on the lookout for goats. I think I said goats. I was on the lookout for ghosts, is what I meant to say.
Okay. I heard goons.
There might have been goat ghosts. We're a mountain
Yeah,
town. There's probably dead goats around.
I was looking to see if this friend would be. I was looking to see if this friend was was taking the form of a spirit. It's not something that she'd usually do, but in this case, she was making an exception. She was hoping that she might encounter the spirit of this friend.
Okay. Well, this friend wasn't a spirit at the time. Doesn't mean that they're not for later. But there are other spirits in the town. It's not a... With the events of the past that you're already involved with, there's been some mysterious happenings, so to speak. So there's some unrest.
So they're like dead, right? Like they're just like gone.
Yeah, Stacy, that's kind of what happens when you get got. You're kind of poof, gone forever.
Okay, except like Tracy, it's not usually here. You know that? Not. I mean, what I'm trying to say, like I didn't see them.
Well, why would they show themselves to you in particular over any of the rest of us, Stacy?
I was going to say, if they were going to show up for anyone, you'd think after many years of being told to go across to their house to deliver pies and whatnot that my mom baked, that they'd at least say hello.
I could really go for some pie
Ghost
right now.
pie, maybe.
Well,
I think if they were doing the stuff they were doing, they probably prepared to not come back as a ghost. I don't think they would have wanted that.
maybe they were smart and just decided to get the hell out of prosperity. That's what all of you did, right?
Because we're smart.
I am definitely a smart person. Definite.
Marv
Well, this is a
fish from the buffet and puts it down for everyone. and everyone sort of like turns away. He's the only one that eats from the buffet here.
Is
He's
it?
like, it's good to see y'all. Too bad about them. And he
Was
raises
it-
a glass
What kind of
beer.
fish did you get? Is it like a battered, deep
Yeah,
fried
it's a battered,
fish?
It's a battered fish.
So like fish and chips?
Yeah, but everyone knows not to eat the fish.
Did you go for the prawns?
Were there chips? Uncle, did you get any chips?
Oh, they'll be under the fish.
Stacy takes a napkin and takes a single French fry and dabs it with the napkin to remove some of the grease, and then eats a single French fry. Before looking at the rest of you and says, so like, I haven't been here in a while. That's obvious. Sorry. But like, what? I mean, okay, don't make that face, Trace. You always do this. God, you're such a coos. Look, what's been going on? Like what's been happening here? Like, there was something, like, is there a big to do? Like, what happened?
It's actually been pretty quiet in Prosperity. You know how it is. I hadn't really seen them very much, if I'm being honest. Our lives just didn't really intersect anymore. Hasn't in about 10 years.
Out of character, would we have known, or would there have been a published cause of death that the locals would be bandying about?
Well, there hasn't been a published cause of death yet. Just that your friend died.
If the town still operates in the way it does, I don't think we'll be getting a published cause of death that really means anything.
When I say published, I sort of meant like, did the parents of the deceased say like, oh, he suffered a heart attack and died? Like, what is everyone gossiping about for like, oh, he died so young to have been hit by a truck, or like, someone would have mentioned a potential, like, why he died.
That's true, yeah.
Died in sleep, I believe.
Sleep?
Mm-hmm. But a bit young for that, that's for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So, okay, so that gives us this, like, Brianna would be saying things like, I've sort of been keeping in contact.
I just want to point out, in chat, he ate the fish. Love it.
He was that one other person who ate it, and this is why no one eats it.
Seeing all those times Marvin ate the fish inspired courage, a fool's courage, and a horrible, horrible idea.
There are like whispers going around in the dive bar right now. Like, people are like, he actually got a fish from the thing. Is he eating it? Did you actually see him put any in his mouth?
Marv eats him a bit. It's all he can afford. He doesn't like the next day's results.
Yeah, Brianna would be just... I've been kind of keeping in touch with him since I left town, and I mean, for all accounts and purposes, dying in your sleep? Does anyone else find that a bit? Like, as far as I'm aware, like, he sounded like he was keeping himself fairly active and moving around and healthy.
It's a pretty boring way to go.
You are 100% correct. I find that definitely interesting. I really hope this bottle's the one that takes me, though.
How many of that? How much have you drank already?
That's not the case we're on right now. But if I had to guess, maybe 6.
Oh.
Wait.
Do you
6.
think?
Baby. And Trace will lean forward and take whatever you're drinking out of your hand and start drinking it herself and says, "You've got to slow down, baby. You got to wait for the rest of us, okay?"
Whatever you say. Mm.
I
Do you?
think. Oh, please go ahead.
No, no, go ahead. You got it.
Yep. I think we can all understand that whatever actually happened is something, if we want to find out, we'll have to look into ourselves. I don't think any of us here believe that he passed away in his sleep. And I suppose that begets the question of, is that something we wish to do again? I don't know about the rest of you, but it's been quite a long time since what happened, and while I have been keeping up in that world, I haven't really dipped my feet in a while.
Yeah, yours is on case.
If there's
Always on
like
the
any
case.
other like active drinks in front of you, Brandis is gonna reach over and take one as well. Just
Eugene, where did you get 3 more drinks? How are you getting these?
It's a secret. Bartenders.
Is
my
that-
friend.
Bath puts 3 beers down.
Wait, hold on. Is that a bottle of genuine Mexican tequila? Like, there's like a worm in that. Like, where did you get that? Trace,
that-
did you get that?
That
I
was
don't
me.
like.
Babe, look at me.
Oh,
Where am I gonna put a bottle of tequila?
I can
you
think, I can
honestly,
think of a
like-
couple of places.
Prosper like reaches into like the overcoat he was wearing for this funeral, because I assumed it was raining out, like all good funerals do.
yes.
So he was wearing like the big raincoat. He like opens it up and pulls out a very nice, like a couple nice bottles of alcohol. Like he pulls out a very nice bottle of tequila, then a nice bottle of like vodka, a nice wine. Like he has these like ready for the funeral, because he knew he was coming here afterward, and he wasn't gonna drink whatever this place serves.
From the bars, hey, you can't do that, and you see the barman pointing up at the sign. No, can't bring food or drinks into this establishment.
I point to the sign next to it that says "Owned by the Theus family." It's like, yes, I can.
I was also like,
Crumb.
even before he said that, I was gonna like point at him. It's like, do you realize who you just said that to?
He just turns his back and starts mixing drinks again, cleaning.
I didn't. Well, I sorta kept up to date, as you were saying, Prospero, with those sorts of shenanigans. Actually, our now deceased friend was actually asking me to see if I could find out anything outside of town, which is part of what I was doing. Just trying to find out if there are other places like our good little town here.
Well, all of you have traveled all over the place since leaving Prosperity. Have you ever found a town quite like this before?
Thank God, no.
Nope. One of the
Jacksonville,
kind.
Florida's pretty weird.
Like the weird we deal with, or a different kind of weird?
I think meth weird, but close.
Right.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm not dealing that yet.
Right.
What do you-
uh,
Yet?
I'd like to
Okay,
keep my
whatever.
options
Whatever.
open, Stacy.
Supply chain's down.
Okay, whatever. It's your trailer explosion, Trace.
No, it's my trailer.
That's true. Actually, it's like Uncle Marv's trailer explosion. So I would rather you didn't get into meth, Trace, personally. As a favor to Uncle Marv, like don't blow up his trailer.
I'll do my best.
The answer, at least for me, has also been no. I haven't found a place like Prosperity anywhere in my travels.
Well, were they in touch with any of you? Did anybody
Yeah.
hear anything?
It seems like Brianna was in touch with them, but I wasn't so much in touch as I was keeping tabs.
What does that mean?
When they decided to stay around in town, there is a lot of valuable information and other things that could be gained by following their exploits. So I had someone follow them.
Is the person you had following them still alive?
They are, at least as far as I'm aware, I believe. But I don't believe they were with them the night that they passed. I wasn't aware they were doing anything, so I didn't have them followed that night.
Now, if I'm remembering right, they'd already moved out of house and were living in a unit on their own? I'm making stuff up, by the way, so don't look freaked out.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I know, they were living out on their own. Like I said, I haven't really been in touch with them. Had no reason to. I've been kind of busy doing my own side hustle shit, you know?
Being a
Right.
solo businesswoman is definitely a lot of hard work.
It takes a lot
appreciate
out of
that.
you. So you're
Sorry,
gonna say
go ahead.
something, Stacey?
I haven't like done it in a while, so I don't know if it would even work.
It's all right, baby.
That's why I
Split.
didn't
Trust your powers.
I
do
didn't
it.
think of it at first, but do we
Brianna will
we
kind
don't
of
like
lean over, put a hand on yours, and just say, like, it's okay.
okay, like whatever. So we probably think that something ooky spooky got to him, right? Like that's what we're thinking, right? Like something nasty, something beyond the veil or whatever.
As at
Well, as far
that,
as
you hear a cat start screeching and making noise from behind the tavern, and you see you hear a couple others from around the area like start like hissing and like maybe screaming back at them. It's a commonish thing that keeps on happening. The cats just hate each other around here, and all the strays one will start screaming over something, and then the others will just start screaming back.
All right. So like, you guys remember that thing that I can do? Like, it's not gonna work if it's just general ooky spookiness, but like, if it's a monster, I can. Oh, I can try to like get a read on it. So I have an ability called Tune In that says I can attune my mind to the mind of a monster or minion. It doesn't specify I have to know what the monster or minion is.
Mhm.
So I would like to use that to try and if I get a success, I can hold one and spend that to ask certain questions about the monster.
Mhm.
So we can get that first roll of the game. So I think Stacey, she's like, all right, make enough of like chatter or whatever so that like when my eyes roll back in my head, they just think I drank too much and I'm having like a freakazoid moment and not like a freakazoid moment.
I mean, okay.
I got you, babe. And I prep my phone to post a photo to Instagram.
I roll my eyes at you.
Unky Marv moves to protect her.
Okay.
Yeah, you got a hit, a mixed success.
All right. Oh, I don't know if I have 30 dice. I guess we don't need that. So on a 7 to 9, I hold one, which means I get to ask one question. So I can ask either where is the creature right now? The two that I think might be the most useful, or there's three that I think could be really useful. They're all really useful. Where is the creature right now? Who is it going to attack next? Or what is it planning to do right now? I think are all potentially useful. Where is the creature right now? Or I think who is it going to attack next is probably, or where is the creature right now are the two that I would.
So you need to pick one.
Yeah.
Okay, so no input.
No, this is the first roll of the game. You got
This
it.
is the first
Pressure.
roll, and
All
this is
you.
you using your powers for the first time in
Come on,
ages.
We're all-
You
solve
all-
everything on the first roll.
Yeah, we're too distracted, causing people not to look at you while you roll the dice in the back
Meanwhile,
of your head.
how are you
Okay.
distracting everybody?
I think Prospero like turned to the bartender's like, a round of drinks for everyone here, and is like getting like the distraction of everyone's going to be focused on a free round of drinks.
Okay.
Woo!
I don't think Eugene was supposed to be included in that, but he's moved to the bar.
Yes.
Like
Yes,
I
I
turned to
did.
you, I like turned to Eugene. No, I have the good stuff here. You don't need to drink whatever swill I'm buying them.
Give it to me. Give it to me right now.
Which one do you want? I got a bunch.
I want the good shit. I want the good shit. This can be the good shit.
I give him the good like gin I brought. So here.
Okay.
Mm.
My reasoning is that we don't know what the creature is or how to fight it. So probably who is it going to, but we could potentially help protect somebody if we knew who it was going to attack. So I'm going to say, who is it going to attack next?
Who's going to take next? The adventurous youth population.
Breathe. Are you all right?
Oh my God, you're such a. Were you
Alright,
dropped on
okay.
your
Thank you.
head
Not
as
okay.
a baby? Or was it just all the chemicals you put in your body? Look, whatever. I couldn't, it's been a while. I'm a little rusty. I couldn't like figure out where it was or where it is, but I do know that it's going to come for like your clientele, Trace. So you might want to get on this because it's coming for the adventurous youth. So you know, all those kids that you get hooked on drugs and make dropouts, you might want to go and try and protect them.
Wait, hold on.
We're-
Not everyone who does drugs is a dropout. Just like
No,
a couple.
just the ones that Trace gets addicted.
I was a dropout before I met her.
Wait, aren't you like 50?
Yeah, thanks. I don't look a day past it, do I?
Thanks, Uncle Marv. I know I can always count on you.
It's all right.
Well, I could.
That's what I'm here for. I
You
think.
can count on me.
Of course, I can count on you, baby. And I'll come over and I'll like squeeze into the seat between Eugene and Prospero, and I'll like put my arm around Eugene. Of course you can, baby.
Anyway, it looks like there are some like kids who are going to be like in danger, so we should probably like do something about
Do you
that.
get any sense of urgency about it? Like, I understand how obviously your powers work fully, but no timeline.
I
Nothing
said,
like
I'm
a
a
hint
little
of
rusty.
murder? Okay.
I couldn't do as well as I could. I think I've been away from prosperity a little like too long. Or well,
Not
that's
long enough.
relative. That's what I was just about to say.
All right.
I need to get there
so
faster.
There's a few things we could do then. We can act upon this and potentially try to save some lives if they're in imminent danger, which means, Trace, you'll need to let us know where some of your popular haunts would be. I'm assuming you have a few.
known to get around, sure.
So it's either maybe places like that, or also taking a look at our friend's apartment, seeing if anything was left behind that could give us a hint.
I would think their apartment might be the better place, because from what I understand, it was the only clue we have here is adventurous youth. Now, while that could easily be adventurous in the sense of trying new things, it could also be kids going into the mines around here. It could be them, going out into the woods. I don't think we know enough to really say that we can judge what it is going to go for.
Maybe it'll get those kids that egged my trailer. I won't be
Kids
too
egged
sad
your
about
trailer?
that. You know the kids like to egg my trailer.
Well, I was about to say, your trailer is always covered in eggs. I didn't notice the difference.
I can tell when it's got a fresh done batch of paint on it.
I suppose you
Yeah,
would, Marvin.
sometimes you can't tell if it's the yellow paint job or if it's the eggs until you get a bit closer and you get a whiff of it.
I do not step close enough to that trailer to ever get a whiff of it.
I'm gonna pull Prospero to the side and go, I suppose I got some splaining to do, huh?
I was confused to see you at the funeral. My initial shock has subsided, but yes, you should probably explain to me how you're alive. Everyone told me you passed due to a heart attack. I'm
Yeah.
confused, but not so much so concerned.
So, you know how you can, explode people and things? I've been working for the government so that they don't come after you. And now I'm going to roll manipulate someone. And you can do this to another 100.
Oh no, internet!
So I'm going to
There we
lie
go.
to him.
Only a
I'm
small
working for the
freeze.
feds.
Okay. I don't think I have a defense against this. I think
Nope.
for another hunter. Let me read. So what it says here is okay. So 9. So what do you want
and
me?
So what I want you to do is I'm saying that now the feds will. If I die, the feds are gonna come after you. So you need to make sure my ass is nice and safe, or else the feds are coming for your powers.
I wasn't planning to let any of us die, Marvin. I will make sure I will
Make sure,
do my.
especially for me, or else the feds are coming for you. Just be sure.
I'm sure the federal government took you at your word that I have magical powers and will come for me. I'm sure that will happen. I will try my best to make sure you don't die.
Excellent.
Hmm.
And that's a way to get free experience.
Oh!
I don't know if I mark it now or if I need to make sure he survives the night first, but if I do what you ask me to, I get experience.
Yep.
So as long as you don't die, I guess I get experience.
Yeah.
It's a
I've
hard
figured out
one
a cheap
to.
way to get us experience. And it works in the role playing because I do need to explain to you exactly what's going on. And so yeah,
Mhm.
I'm working with the feds.
Right. Well, I will keep that in mind. Right. Let's go back to the others and start searching their apartment. See if we can get some more clues
Yeah,
on whatever this is.
Let's get it on the road.
Smoke might be able to help as well.
How is the old pupper?
Oh, he's
All
grown
right.
so large, Uncle
The
Marv.
dog. That's right.
I got him his little helmet and everything, and his own set of goggles and stuff, so he fits so well in with the little sidecar and the motorbike.
That's so cute.
Man's best friend. Man, if only I could have one myself.
He's doing it again.
Long nights by myself. I'm so sad. Yella, where'd you go? I miss you so much. I wish Papa didn't make me shoot you. I just wish I could hold you one more time. Just one more time in my arms. If only I just was a better person. You
Prospero,
didn't hit that bitch back door.
has he been doing this the whole time that we've all been gone? Does he still do this?
It's
He
so
usually
sad.
does at least once a night of drinking when I'm with him. I didn't know he was forced to shoot his own dog. That's new.
He like seems really sober now suddenly. It's
Yeah,
weird.
that happens a lot. It's a weird thing. I don't know if it's something to do with this place or if it's some sort of meditative technique. It's very weird.
Wait,
I don't
think
know.
there's
Daddy,
more.
no! Daddy!
Baby, are you all right? Eugene, honey,
Oh, God.
come back to me. You got that look in your eye.
What's going
Is
on?
everything okay?
What?
You
What's
just-
happening?
You just got this look in your eye, honey.
Yeah, you looked
I've
very
only-
sad all of a sudden. Like someone maybe made you shoot a dog at one point in your life.
Oh,
Prospero, don't you know any sort of subtlety?
it's
He doesn't get it even if I'm subtle or unsubtle. It doesn't matter.
is it supposed to be like a story? What? Huh?
Yes, it's
I
it's
swear,
like
yeah, I was like-
it's like a
Hmm.
story. It's one of those like old Aesop's fables.
Okay. No, that's funny. No, that's not me. Yeah.
All right, well, if you ever need to talk, we're here for you.
yeah,
I
man.
like put my hand on his shoulder. It's like it's all right.
I might need help getting out of my seat though.
Right,
Little
of
wobbly
course.
legs.
Marvin, if you
That-
wouldn't mind grabbing the other arm, and like I grab one of his arms, lift him out of the seat.
Yeah, that's on the boys to get that worked out. But honey, maybe we should be a little bit more careful about how much we drink from now on, all right? I love you, and I'm just worried about you sometimes.
Oh my God, I love you too.
Well, that's why we're such good friends.
Yeah.
Brianna
Yes.
is just like watching this unfold and then just like, oh, does everyone have a mode of transport?
I'm
I
good
got
to
old
drive.
Pepsi.
I will put.
I have my little
Eugene
Volkswagen
in,
bag.
I have my car outside. It's fine. I'll put Eugene in the passenger seat, and I'll have someone come to pick up Eugene's car and put it wherever he's staying. It's fine.
Your valet, Prospero.
The family's valet, but sure.
Make sure Tom treats Shirley right. Now
You
let
know
him scratch
Tom-
the paint.
Tom treats Shirley right every time we needed to do something like this. You know that. It usually comes back in better condition than you leave it.
That's probably true.
It's all right. That's what I'm here
Yeah.
for. And I like start pulling him as best I can to my car.
Detective, yes, is still on the case. Woo-hoo.
So, unless there's something else, we'll move soon.
I will do one last thing before we head out. I will, as we're kind of getting up to go to our various modes of transport, Brianna will approach Stace and just kind of check in on her. It's like, are you feeling all right? I know it's been a while, so you're not feeling lightheaded or anything like that? You're good?
Like, honestly, I am more exhausted from talking to Trace than I am from the magic. So
There you go. She'll give you like a quick hug around the shoulders, but yeah.
thanks. Everything has to be a battle. So it's fine. I'm so happy to be home. It's good to see you though. it's really good to see you. Like it's been too long, and I have really missed you and Uncle Marv and everybody else. Like it's been too long.
It has. Oh, it's good to see you again.
Yeah. I'll see you tomorrow.
Are we going to the apartment now, or are we splitting?
Oh. It's possible I had a little bit too much white wine. Maybe I should ride with you.
I've got a motorbike and a sidecar with a big dog in it.
It's all right. Uncle Marv's
Uncle Marv.
Okay, I'll ride with Uncle Marv.
Are you good to drive, Trace?
I think I'd rather ride with you. Is that all right?
Oh, yes. Not a problem whatsoever.
Sounds good.
He opens the door for you.
Blow you a kiss and I sit down.
I slide them over like a paper bag just in case. For Eugene.
Yes, that is why there are now trash bags in the glove compartment. But we will use these first in the trash bags if need be. And I shut the door for Trace, go in the driver's side car started, give Eugene a bunch of brown paper bags to vomit in with a trash bag underneath.
We're such good friends.
Unky Marv
And we
has
always will be.
a very old Oldsmobile muscle car, a 442. He hops in and then winds down the passenger seat because everyone knows that you can't actually open the passenger door, so Stacy has to climb through the window.
It's okay. Stacey is so small.
Stacey was
and she was a former
cheerleader.
cheerleader. Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. She was head cheerleader. She was the flyer. She was like, yeah, absolutely. She's used to this, and she loves Uncle Marv, so she's like, yeah, she's good.
I think it would have been the novelty for all of us young ones that Uncle Marv looked after. It's like, I want to be in the passenger seat. I want to climb through the window.
Well, there's only 2 seats. It is a muscle car, and yeah, old Betsy. You know, old Betsy. He's had it forever.
You can always fit someone on the parcel shelf behind.
It was pearl white once upon a time with gold stripes, but now it's kind of just an off beige color, except for the driver's side door, which is bright blue because he's had to replace that.
And you got the classic rust patina in parts as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, just totally real. So you moved to the your old friend's house. I believe that's where we're heading. Just who wants to start describing? Like, is it an apartment? Is it like a caravan? Is it a Winnebago that's just broken down in a paddock somewhere? Like, where does your old friend live?
So I think Brianna has mentioned multiple times that it's an apartment.
Apartment, okay.
It's above a natural medicine store in town.
One of those new age
street.
places where they put crystals on you.
Yeah. And it's just an apartment above there in the main street.
At the Avondale Apartments.
Ideal sometimes out back, so I know the place pretty well.
Okay. So how are you getting into the apartment?
I was about to say, I've had someone follow him for a while. I don't know if we can make this work, but I assume there's like a spare key, like he keeps somewhere outside, or they keep somewhere outside in case like they lock themselves out. So can I roll something to know where that is?
I think we're doing an investigation.
Okay. So investigate a mystery.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Roll plus sharp. So I'm rolling +1. See how it goes. Sharp default submit. And no forwards. 13.
Wow.
So I get to hold 2. Woo. And I'll spend one of those holds immediately to know where the spare key is. So I just
There you go.
Yeah. Oh, underneath this potted plant here, and I like lift it up. It's like spare key. And I gesture for everyone else to walk in.
I will come in.
And because I'm feeling mean, do you want to use the second hold to turn off the alarm?
Yeah, sure. That makes sense. I would know he probably has the place pretty well, like, wired up with alarm. So yeah, it's just like, oh, 1 second. Like, I just peer my head around the corner, stick my hand in, like, it's like, okay, we're fine. Done.
I think I should have done read a bad situation first, but I just wanted you actually to spend that second one because I'm feeling mean.
That's fine.
So as you walk into like the apartment, a 1-bedroom apartment, just essentially the top of the medicine store above, and the place, like, it's open space. You can see a bed, you can see an old black and white TV with like bunny ears. There's desk and couch. Couch seems to be where the bed has been, like where someone's been sleeping. The bed doesn't seem to be used for a long time. There's papers everywhere, and a pin board, but no actual map of what the pins are on. There's a pin board with actual strings to things, but there's no map that's based on.
I would like to investigate a mystery regarding that pin board that's up on the wall, if I may. I'm just gonna like stare at it and try and like look at all of like the names or locations, like look at where the strings go, and I'm just staring at it. Did that roll?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Investigate a mystery. I've got Prospero's. I haven't got yours come through yet.
Okay.
Might have to confirm it under the character sheet.
Yeah, because it sometimes asks you like what stat you're using for it. So like usually there's a pop-out window after you hit roll the dice.
Yeah, that's interesting. I didn't do that for me. Let me see
If you're
I can do it a different way.
If your character sheet's popped out,
Mm,
then it'll be under the character sheet.
okay.
New system.
know.
We're all learning. Oh, new to Roll20 at least. We're learning the system in Roll20. Just waiting for it to come through, hopefully.
Well, actually, I'll probably retract that Brianna went into the apartment, and she's probably going to do a circle around with her basically her fey familiar Smoke, and see if he catches a whiff of anything strange and otherworldly outside the apartment.
Okay.
Was I left in the car because I was too drunk today?
It's
Or
up
was
to
I-
you. If you, it's up to you. If Eugene has the ability to get out of the car.
Oh, probably not. No, I'm good enough today.
Uncle Marv's probably like opened the door for him and is just leaning on the car, having a chat with him.
Can I also add that he's
Maybe.
flopped half out
Yeah, he's
and just
flopped
looking
half
up at
out,
Uncle Marv?
Yeah, and Uncle Marv's just taken on the role of looking after him while the kids go have a look around.
You suck at bowling.
Yeah, I confirmed it and I don't know why it didn't go through.
Let's see if I can get this sheet up. Which sheet are we looking at? Code sheet.
Tracy. I
Tracy.
think.
The crooked. Yeah.
So what are we doing? Rolling investigate?
Yeah, investigate a mystery. It's sharp.
Sharp default submit. Nothing pluses, no forwards, and that should work for you. There you go.
Okay, thank you.
Mixed success of an 8.
Okay. So in that case, I believe I get to know two things. So the first thing I want to know is like what is concealed here? Like what are some of these hidden connections that I am looking at that I can't quite put together? Actually, I only get the one. So yeah, what is being concealed here? Like what?
Bum bum
Oh
bum.
yeah, it's Dave. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Goblin Cave community. Welcome to the Goblin Cave army. You're now recruited to protect us from all the evil kobolds that keep on trying to take down the studio and our internet streaming process. Or you're just another monster for me to throw at them. Welcome in. So you're looking for what's hidden here?
Yeah, like what is hidden in the map that I can't quite put together?
Well, there's no actual map. There's just pins on a board, just linked. So where's the I don't know how much information to give because it's new first time GMing for this, so it'll probably be more vague than I would normally than possibly. So, you do notice that they're linked, and there's certainly a central point. There's certainly a central point, but finding where that is on a map, that's what you're missing.
Okay.
But there's certainly, yeah.
Hey, I know I had a lot to drink at the peg leg, but I'm pretty sure I'm not seeing double. Do all of these lines and pins lead to one spot? And why isn't there anything there? What did they get themselves into?
Unfortunately, I don't know what they were most recently into. There is something I can do. It might take a little bit of time, but there is something I can do to maybe make this work. If anyone else would like to do anything beforehand, by all means, feel free. Mine is going to take a while and might be the last option if we can't figure it out otherwise.
Yeah. So I'm assuming that if he was, so I can see invisible, including spirit, especially spirits and magical influences. So if that's playing into this at all, or if there's anything in the apartment in general that would be visible to me here, then that would be nice to know.
So that I can see everything. Get our jail free card, like annoy the GM card. Great. I hate that ability in Pathfinder and in D&D. Always do. You don't see any invisible creatures or any invisible things lurking in the location. Now that at least I know you've got that ability, so you don't see anything. There's nothing really that, like, the place is a mess. The place is, it looks like it's just been, it looks like as you're looking at the place, it does look like your friend has had a tumultuous few years and it has been a steady decline.
Okay. I am going to say, I'm gonna kind of like heave a sigh. And I'm gonna turn to Uncle Marv and I'm gonna say, hey Marvy, like, I don't know if this is a good idea, but do you think like after we go to the apartment, you and I could take a trip to the graveyard and we could broker a deal with one of the ghosts to keep an eye out for any new ghosts wandering around? Let us know if any other mysterious deaths occur in Prosperity, so we can just like have kind of like a spectral alarm system in place ahead of time.
Thing. I don't mind going to gravesites.
Always gives me the willies having to talk to them. Prospero, you said you had an idea about how to piece this together. I am not so good at the brainy. Don't say anything, Trace. I know you want to.
I'll keep it to myself.
It's probably in your best interest. I do have hex magic.
probably not best to use that here. If they were doing what I think they were doing, they might have some stuff set up to stop that. Speaking of, I don't know if this will even work here.
I
But
think we're doing an investigation outside.
oh yes, let's cut to that.
Mm-hmm. So how are you
Yeah.
investigating outside? With smoke or shadow? Smoky
Cool name
shadow.
of shadow smoke. Smoke shadow.
Mhm.
So I guess I would just be using smoke to investigate a mystery and see like where did it go, assuming that whatever this is a well, first of all, I guess I would be investigating a mystery to find out like looking at questions. Like I'm guessing like what happened here or what sort of creature is it? See if it's a creature that actually had a physical form and left like a scent trail would be the first thing.
Mhm.
And I think the other thing I was going to possibly lean into is I've got a trait which is fellow believer. So people understand I've known strangeness and bystanders will talk to me about weird things they wouldn't trust to anyone else. So like if the apartment is above like a medicine store and if there's like if it's still open and like the owner is inside, Brianna might try to strike up a conversation, just see if they've noticed anything odd.
Well, I'd say that's two separate things.
Yeah.
There's
those are
inside
two
search or
things
an
I wouldn't
outside
do.
search. Which one are you looking to try
Focus
to do?
on the outside first.
Okay. So that would be an investigation.
Yeah. So sharp by default. Failure.
Okay.
Then I get experience.
Yes, because when you fail, you get experience. Failing forward. So I can do a hard move on this, and I think I like the idea of that. And it's really going to annoy you. I'm sorry, but I shouldn't do it, but Paul's saying me to do it. So as you as you're searching around the outside of the place, with smoky shadow smoke, to try to find like if there's any scent or anything, Shadow gets the scent of something, and then barks and starts like running off. And as you see in the distance, as you see like in the darkness, the light blows, and like it just becomes darkness. But you saw Shadow chasing after a cat, and then like there's more than one. There might be a couple of cats that are like running through the alley, being chased by Smokey. And I'm taking away smoke from you.
Oh. If it helps as well, he is actually a Fey spirit. Like, just so you're aware, he is a Fey wild hunt dog. So he's now hunting
something.
cats. Okay, I'm gonna kind of glance back towards where the cars are, and I kind of see Eugene kind of half sprawled out of it. I don't know if Uncle Marv is kind of halfway point now, is talking to Stacy and keeping an eye on Drumsy, but I gotta chase my dog, and then she's gonna run after him.
Chasing after? Okay.
Yeah.
What's anyone else doing? Was you're chasing after? We've got Marv and Eugene chatting at the door. We've got the three inside. What else? Like, are there any? Eugene, yeah.
I'm in no shape to run, but I essentially I asked Marvin for help getting up so I can take out my laptop and my drone, and I take those out so I can follow Chibi, so I can follow Brianna running with her dog. So I can sit in the car and just kind of joystick it around,
I
like
sit
drunkily.
in the car and grab it out for you.
Yeah.
Out of your back.
Do we know when they died?
Only like, I'm So I don't really do funerals very much, so I'm assuming not very long ago.
What was-
Week to 2.
Usually within a week.
Yeah, within a week.
Okay, guys, I have an idea. I can do magic. That one of the things that like you can do with magic is you can observe a time that is not now. And if we can get the police report while we're here, if he died in his sleep in his bed, like all we have to do is get the approximate time of death, and maybe we can observe what killed him, like actually.
I had the exact same thought. That was what I was going to do. Now, us doing it together might make the spell's effects work better. So I would certainly appreciate the drawing of the hexagrammic wards on the floor. That's your hands are steadier than mine.
So I would recommend this be done twofold. So first, I would do a jinx because I can give you one forward.
Oh, sure.
And then I would also help you out. To give you and then I would have I think you could do the spell. That sound good?
That sounds like a plan to me.
Stacy starts to get a little bit excited in a way that she hasn't been in a while, because even though the magic scares her, I think she feels kind of powerful. So I'm going to use my jinx and hope it doesn't backfire.
Waiting for the rolls to come through. There we go.
It does not. And I
Perfect
only need the
success.
one. I only need the one. I'm going to use that one to give Prospero +1 forward on his next roll.
Explain what the jinx does and how you're doing this.
Yes. So with jinx, jinx is an ability where I can encourage coincidences to occur the way that I want. When I jinx a target, I roll plus weird. On a 7 to 9, I hold 1. So I can spend the hold 1 for 1 to interfere with the hunter, giving them -1 forward, or in this instance, help a hunter, giving them +1 forward. Oh, it's only when I'm interfering with the enemy. Dang it. I misread it. I was okay, so that doesn't work, but I will keep that +1
Does
forward.
Trace count as an enemy?
Are you trying to?
I'll let it fly. I'll let that one go. Yeah, you can.
And then I would also like to use the help out action with the helping out with the spell. So I'm rolling plus cool, which I'm just neutral at, so I'm just going to be rolling straight. So I might, for those at home, on a 7 to 9, I'll give them a plus. On a 10 plus, I will be giving Prospero another +1 to this roll. On a 7 to 9, I'll be giving a +1, but I'll also be exposing myself to trouble or danger, which would make sense because this will be dangerous magic. But I think that that's worth it. Okay, so I'm going to be helping out with this magic. Ooh! Mark experience.
And on a 6 or less, you mark experience.
And I'm probably still exposing myself to trouble or danger.
Yeah,
We'll find out
probably
about
so,
that one
too.
later.
Yeah, let's do some magic first and see how it all,
Yeah,
how it
that's
all
good,
pans out. So I do have a +1.
You still get a +1. You still have a +1.
I still do have a
Yeah.
+1.
That's
All
okay,
right.
because while that's happening, let's move outside. So I know we're going back in and out. Let's move outside. We're acting under pressure. We're trying to chase down Shadow Smoke. Who's doing the chasing? We've got Brianna chasing Shadow Smoke through the streets. We've got Eugene drunkenly, and I'm sorry, but you have said you are drunk and you've been playing.
Yeah.
So
No. If anything, if you want me to roll to see if I crash my own drone, I would love to do that.
no, you
Like-
will be rolling.
Okay, cool.
It's called acting under pressure, or
yeah.
or assisting or helping, but you will be rolling that. And Marvin, what's Marvin doing?
I'm helping. I will be helping out Gene by
So you're helping
his,
out Gene.
by holding his head straight, so he can focus on the screen.
Gotcha. I don't think we need to do a help roll for that because Gene's probably going to do a help roll for Brianna. I'm
Okay.
guessing.
Yep.
That's how I'm
That
thinking
was-
this is going. We're doing multiple things at once. We've got a chase scene maybe. So Eugene, you're drunkenly flying your drone.
Yep.
Who bought the drone? And what do you use the drone for?
Yeah, it's Wolf's money that bought the drone, but I convinced him to let me get it because it was the newest model
Oh,
and I
So-
wanted it.
Just to further link how rich douchebag Prospero is, his car is a Tesla, and so the drone's control panel is in like that dashboard of the Tesla that like can be removed. So he like pulls the tablet out of the Tesla to like pilot the drone.
yeah, that's douchebag.
Yeah.
In a small country
Disgusting.
town. Yeah.
Are there even charging spots here for you?
Oh
so I
yeah,
can
he's
go
paid
home?
for like 8 of them across the town.
I've paid for a couple. Like I've made sure like this town surprisingly runs very eco-efficient. It's surprising how well it does.
For a coal town.
Because everybody keeps on dying. Whoops, sorry I didn't say that. So, I'm assuming you're going to do a help out action. So you'll need to do a
I
help
am.
out action with your drunkenly. I am just waiting for this 6 or less. Because I've got an ideas for this one.
I think I hit it. I thought I did.
Again, you might need to do a confirm.
Oh, okay, yeah.
If everyone's having problems that are like if the people that are having problems are the ones that have popped out, that might also be a reason for it. Like if this.
Hey.
Oh, that's what I was hoping for. So you're flying the drone, and you have established you are drunk, quite considerably drunk, and
Yep.
you are flying the drone. You're trying to chase Shadow, and you turn the drone around to try to see where Brianna is. But when you're turning the drone around, like you just miss like one of the side, like the side of a building. But because you're like not really that quick on your actions, you fly the drone directly in to Brianna.
Ah.
How big is
Cool.
this drone?
The latest model, that's what they established.
Yeah,
But
it is.
does
It is.
look at-
I will
If-
start looking up drones and let you know sizes and weight.
I would
Well,
say
if-
Drones can be big.
tiny. And
Yeah.
drones can be tiny.
Yeah, that's
small.
why
The
I'm like, is
latest
it like a
model-
stealthy one or is it one of those big
It's
ones
a,
with
it's
propellers?
it's a DJI Mavic Pro. So it's like about it's 4 pounds with the dimensions of about I think it's 13 by 17. Sorry, I fly. So 13 by actually 21 if I'm not mistaken.
That
I've got
sounds
an-
like a biggish one.
Is that inches, feet, centimeters?
Inches. Sorry, inches. It's 13
Yeah.
by 20. So it's bigger than your head, of course, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like
So with that, you're going to have a -1 to your, or you can take a 0, or you can take you either have -1 or -1 harm.
Oof. I'll go with a -1.
Okay.
And as it knocks into me, like this whole time, Brandon's kind of been talking in a regular, I guess, accent for this town. As she gets hit, she starts suddenly swearing in Irish.
Which is
God, you
English.
little-
You mean
You learn how to
Gaelic?
control that thing of yours! For God's sake, some people are trying to work here! Ugh! And then she just like kind of like, tries to get control of herself. Because when she was a kid, she learned that, you know, standing out isn't always a good thing in high school. So she learned how to talk with an American accent to blend in more. But it comes out when she's angry. And she is going to try and continue to follow Smoke.
Okay. Act under pressure.
That's like the first one because it's alphabetical. And I put a and when it says input value, I put -1.
Yes.
Mhm.
didn't expect to do things like this, but okay. So with the -1, still a mixed success. You find yourself in a part of town you haven't been for a while. Again, it's not the greatest part of town, but you find yourself in the back alley. There's garbage stacked up along the sides, but this is a dead end. You see smoke just essentially crouched down and just staring into the alley. As you get close to the smoke, you see there's like almost a horde of cats just staring back and just hissing.
So, okay.
And there's just this standoff, like a cattle dog just waiting. But
All right. So, since Smoke is like a mystical ally who helps and defends me, I'm under the impression that I would probably have a way of communicating with him.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm just going to be quietly and switching back into Irish because I'm slightly peeved that he ran off to chase cats. Smoke, what the hell are you doing? Are they just normal cats, or is there something more going on here? What is this?
Did you get full communication or just like impression? Or how does Smoke communicate back?
I've always thought that fae creatures were intelligent, but if you're happy to go with like impressions, like it's meant to be a mystical ally who helps and defends me. Yeah.
Okay. You get like, and it's a weird impression. Like you get the two things which like, or one thing like that. It's kind of weird. Smoke's trying to say they're a conspiracy. They're working against us. It's like they're all in it together. It's a weird thing.
Okay, so I guess Brandon's next question to Smoke would be: is this something is this going to be posing a danger to me and us? Like, is this like a malicious entity, I guess?
That I might do a read a bad situation.
Okay.
So if we're doing a lot of rolls, we don't usually. I'm from what I was reading, probably not used to. I'm used to it, so I'm kind of.
Get another experience, guys. I'm gonna level up soon, I swear.
And if you donate now, you can get Chibi to level up this session.
Okay, so before Smoke can answer that, you get the run as the cats just start charging at you out the alley.
All right.
Like the heckles have been up all this time, and they're having this conversation. It's time to get out there.
All right. She starts bolting back the way she came.
And Smoke will run with you.
Yep.
So that's done. Back inside, we have something that may be going right, and something may be going wrong. Let's do some magic in a now cursed space.
It's only cursed for good luck, at least as far as I'm aware, because I still get a +1 forward. So, you see that Prospero's sort of guiding Stacy to like trace these symbols on the floor, like these very like runic. Also, hey Polly, thank you for helping.
Thank you for the redemption, but it's for Brianna.
Too little, too late.
So, as mentioned, that gives luck and also experience, because for these are short run games. So, I think Brianna might be leveling up already.
I'm at 3 out of 5.
Let's do it. All right, but yeah.
First session, let's go.
Yeah, Prospero's directing Stacy to draw these like wards on the ground to like focus the magic, because we're attempting to manipulate time a little bit, which is always a dangerous thing to do in Magic, regardless of how well versed you are. So, while at the same time he's like getting out like reagents from his coat, like there's some weird powders, some oils that he's like putting around the area that, in theory, should help, but we'll find out. So, I'm now going to roll use magic. Use weird with a +1 forward.
Hey!
10! Success!
We made a full success.
I was like, yeah, that's our first full success.
Much like in every other
Oh, wait.
Powered by the Apocalypse game I've played in, I seem to not be able to fail.
We'll get you there.
One day I will fail one of these games and die, but not today. So yeah, what I would like to do is observe another time. So I would like to essentially rewind the clock in this room to back right before our friend passed away to see what happened.
Okay. So the papers on the floor start swirling up around and start swirling around in the force of the magic. The pins also get pulled off the wall, off the chalkboard, and start flying around with them. That'll come into effect in a moment. And so the pins start flying around, the papers start flying around, and time starts going past. The TV, the static on the TV, it's just it's still there, and the static's just there, and it moves. You see the time, the day and night cycles, and it goes back and back and back, until you see a body on the couch, your old friend. And we're here, and we slow it down and slow it down. The papers increase their speed though. The pins and anything that's loose in the room is now flying, swirling around you. You focus on the body, and you go into a slowed time, and you see the body get up, in a backwards motion, get up, and it's almost as if the body fell onto the couch, and slowly make it from the couch back to the door, but not walking, not like a casual thing, but almost as if they, in their dying breath, they made it home, and just collapsed onto the couch. Your friend was attacked not here, but elsewhere, and something had taken almost the life force out of them.
So while we're seeing our friend, are there any external injuries, or does it all just kind of look like someone just drained them? They
look gaunt. They look almost empty. Their eyes almost hollow. They obviously, from what you can see, they have almost no strength.
Are there any magical? Is Prospero the only one who can see this, or can we all see this?
I think with the 10, yeah, everyone can see everything that's going on.
I think the wards I had you draw on the ground allowed everyone to as long as you're standing in the circle of these wards, you can see what's going on.
I'm gonna ask a question that you're gonna love, Karsh, but are there any invisible magical influences?
Influences, yes. Not a creature, not a thing, but you can see almost a handprint on your friend's body.
Okay. So apparently they give me more opportunities. Oh, okay.
And that's when you all take 1 harm from the flying objects in the room, because you did roll a 6, and I've been waiting for that one.
Yeah.
For that one before.
So just to let you know, one of these pins is coming for my heart, and the wards on my vest activate and deflect it away, so I take no harm.
Of course you do.
That's
I picked enchanted clothing. I take -1 harm from any source.
We'll get back to you later then.
One day I'll die, but it ain't today.
We're only
I would like to use. I would like to use this site to investigate a mystery, to
Mhm.
the handprint, to try and to figure out what type of creature it is.
Yeah.
I'm not very good at sharp, shockingly. So we'll see how that goes. Nope.
And the pins come straight for your eyeballs, blinding you.
Oh no.
Yeah.
As you bend closer and get closer to the image, and you focus on, and you start focusing on, you like everything gets more and more intense, and the couch just explodes. Take 2 harm.
Okay.
Everyone or just Stacy?
Just Stacy.
Okay.
That's fair.
But that was loud. Even outside in the car, you hear that explosion of something in the room, and you see like dust and papers get flown out of the door.
While the explosion happens, I want to take a second because I've been focusing on where our friend was. I want to take a look at their board.
That's it.
Oh, okay.
The person's
It ended?
gone.
Nope.
Yeah.
No. Okay. No
Sorry,
worries.
I wanted to be
Spell ended?
Yeah.
Nope. Not a problem. Just making sure. All right. In that case, yeah, the spell drops. The wards that were like lighting up on the floor go dim. It's like, all right. Not the most helpful, but I do think we need to leave now. We just created a very loud noise.
Yes. And like when we do, someone maybe Prospero maybe toss me some healing magic.
Once we get out of
Fuck
here,
out.
I will do that. The Tesla can drive itself. We'll just put you in the back seat. I'll do the magic. It's fine.
That's okay, thank you.
Very gentlemanly, like of you, Prospero.
I try. But yes, let's get out of here. And Prospero's gonna oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, as they're leaving, is that when they hear Brianna like running, going, "They're after me!"
Mm-hmm.
Prospero. Actually, everybody, I on the way out, I just like I saw a handprint, an invisible handprint. People who are smarter than me, who know better about creatures, probably should think about that, about what type of creature it might be. Okay, let's go.
All right, focus on the handprint in your mind. We can do some spells later to like get that information out of your head. It's fine. Let's just go. Brianna sounds like she's in danger too.
As you hear the horde of cats.
Yeah, there's like a whole cacophony of cats yowling as she's running out of that alley. She had her like flashlight with her and probably was turned on because that lamp light had blown out. So you just see that frantic, like, light going all different directions as she's holding it and running full tilt towards the car. And knowing her motorcycle isn't going to be providing the best cover, she's going to try and leap into the Tesla and close the doors.
The only problem I might see with that is the one open door has a drunk detective leaning out of it.
Oh, that's fine. I'll just push his head as she comes.
Yeah, I'll just like, as I'm pushing, as that is the only open door, I am like shoving him back further in as I like back into the car and like, Smoke, hurry, get him in the car, close the door.
It's great. I don't have much resistance because I'm drunk right now. Like, this
You
has
were
to be
probably
great.
like dead weight, so it's like, move.
So what's Marvin
You're
doing?
on your drone, and now you're just blocking my way from surviving. God damn it, Eugene!
Yeah, Marvel just yelled to Trace because she's now sort of been kicked out of the Tesla to jump in Betsy, and I'll jump in Betsy as well, and we'll all just book it out of there.
Wait,
I assumed they were still coming out of the apartment.
Yeah,
Like,
but they're coming to the Tesla as well. Yeah,
Yeah.
So they're jumping in the Tesla.
That would be more. That would have been like, oh, we've just made a loud noise. I think we should get out of here. You're like, book it. There's a bit of a difference in urgency, but both were, all parties were leaving the scene.
Do the cats do anything else, or are they just?
They scratch the paint job.
As you leave the scene, you don't actually see any cats, but you weren't
Oh.
looking back.
But I heard them.
Yeah. I think we'll take a break.
Okay.
I think we'll take a break there. So we'll be back shortly. On our break, I just want to say something. If you're new to City of Mist, my brain is so
Monster of the
focused.
Week.
Monster of the Week. If you're new to Monster of the Week and you've never played Monster of the Week, we have been kindly donated the use of Roll20's How to Play Monster of the Week in under 10 minutes. Oh, look, our breaks are 10 minutes. So they've given us access to play their thing, and which is really, really cool. You can check it out yourself on YouTube, and I've got the link there. But yeah, so we'll be back in 10 minutes, but you can learn how to play Monster of the Week in that 10 minutes. So that's really cool. And we've got a different version of the intro movie set up, a little bit darker, maybe, than the one we had at the start. So we'll be back shortly. I'm just going to take off all these audio things which I've been running because that'll interrupt the how to play. So we'll see you soon and have fun. And we're back. Hello!
We made it.
We're all seemingly still alive.
And almost leveled up.
Some of us, anyway.
And almost dying.
It's a trade. So welcome back, everyone. You like the scary video of that version? That was a total accident, but an accident that worked. We have 3 versions of the video, and I like just combining the 2 because it's just out of sync. I love it. But yes, we're back. We have investigated the old friend's apartment, found some things, but maybe not everything. Are we taking the night off to then get sober, maybe? Or are we doing further investigations?
I think taking that off to recover from injuries
And
sustained, and yeah, to get one of our party members somewhat sober.
Hey,
At least
I'm
that's my
never
thought.
sober.
I said somewhat sober. I didn't say 100%.
The
Yeah,
backseat
sure.
of the Tesla is probably really crowded right now because you've got Eugene who's drunk in it. You've got Brianna who shoved her way into it. Shadow taking up another seat, and Tracy is in the front passenger seat.
No, I'm with Uncle Marv.
Oh, you went with Uncle Marv.
Stacy's
Stacy's
Stacy's there.
Stacy's
Yeah.
in the back. I think Shadow's in the front passenger seat.
I would say you've got Eugene laying on the back.
Yeah,
You've got
I'm a diva.
Brianna sitting on Eugene, at least on the legs, or you have at least Shadow on Eugene as well. Because then by that stage you had to get out of there so quickly that, well, it's hard to then get up when there's people already sitting on you, and like it's all a mess.
Because I thought Stacy was in Uncle Marv's car because you did the cheerleader thing into the front seat, but it's different. this
I
time?
did.
Okay.
I did, but now I need to be healed because I've taken 3 harm.
Yeah,
She did
Right,
on
so
the
now you
way
need to be
here,
Prosperos. Yes, I get it now.
but now she needs to
Yeah.
be in the Tesla so I can perform healing
Okay.
magic while the Tesla auto drives.
Awesome.
And while that's happening, Uncle Marv just looks at Trace and she looks at him and they just both nod. And he drives off to One Tree Hill, their old spot that they hang out. And they finish the night doing what they do at One Tree Hill, which we don't need to go into.
What the hell?
I actually
it's not that X card; it's the other X card.
So many of them.
but before we tastefully, I guess, X card whatever drugs are being done at One Tree Hill. Trace will settle down on like her favorite sofa that's like threadbare, like it's like probably 50 years older than she is. It's probably older than Uncle Marv, and she crosses her arms across her chest and she says, Uncle Marv, I don't understand why he's fawning over her the way that he is. He hasn't even seen me in a while, and it was like a cozy little school project. I mean, Uncle Marv, what does my sister have that I don't have besides a diploma?
I think it's the magic. You know, the ones of you that got all the special powers. There's a connection there, and we just don't understand it. But you gotta know, I'm sure somewhere inside Prospero's heart, he does have some kind of feelings for you. Whatever they are, it's probably got to do with money, but I'm sure there's something there. And you just gotta trust him. You gotta trust that he's gonna do the right thing. Your sister needs help right now, and I know she's always the one in the spotlight, but she's hurt. She's actually hurt, not just, hurt in the head, proper hurt. And he's the one that can help her. So you just gotta let things happen. And we'll just do what we do and forget our troubles like usual.
Thanks, Uncle Marv, I guess.
I'll give you a hug. And then...
I give you drugs.
And then pull something special out.
just slips the drugs like in the back pocket while the hug's happening.
I take the drugs and not the hugs. There we go.
Do drugs. Yeah, that's literally what I was about to say. Right. So while that is happening, if
mature themes, don't do drugs. We need a pop-up.
Just make a big thing that covers all our faces that just says "Don't do drugs."
No, I think it's just going to be Tracy or Marvin. Like,
all right. Well, in the meantime, I suppose I should roll to heal someone of horrible injuries. So thankfully, well, you're not horribly injured, so I don't need to worry about that. I just drop you off on like nearest couch somewhere, and we're fine. But yeah, so for Stacy, thankfully, my move as a practitioner of magic means I get a +1 whenever I use magic to heal 1 harm from an injury. So I have a +1 to this use magic roll to heal.
Woo!
All right, so yep, cool. It is only healing 1 harm, so it's only going to get you down so much. So we'll do what we can. So we're going to use weird.
You can always spend your luck to not take these harms.
We'll save that for the harm that kills.
Yeah, the future harm.
Oh, we got a freeze.
Yep. Okay, I'm back.
We're back.
All
yeah.
right. All right. So rolling the dice now. Once again,
Woo,
because it's me, it's going to be a 10. It's the only way it ever goes. So
I'll take that. I will take that.
So yeah, once again, this isn't like pretty. It's not like just like the wounds close up normally. Like the magic I'm using is very old, ancient magic, and while it does like stop the bleeding, close the wounds, it is going to leave a scar. Like it is not perfect. Like it's almost like it feels like it's getting cauterized close. Like you see like this little trace of sparks going up the wound. It does it hurts in the sense of because it's leaving a scar.
Ouch! It's fine. I'll go to my dermatologist.
I just like take a wooden spoon and shove it in her mouth. Like, just be quiet. I'm working. I have no charm, so I have no good bedside manner. I have negative charm. So No good sense of manner.
Can we say that Trace has like that weird twin thing where you just know the other person is like in danger or not feeling well, and Trace is like, oh yeah, okay, this is good shit. This is good shit.
A better high.
Is that
It's a
how
better
you get your
high.
high?
than the drugs. A better high.
Oh damn, yeah.
Like,
if only,
thank you. Oh my god.
I just put in chat. If only Stacy had someone, like, knew someone that could like give her painkillers and things like that for.
Yeah, it's a real shame. She just doesn't know anybody like that. No.
Yeah.
You know how
Rip.
you know how most people, you know how most dealers have a friends and family discount. You have a friends and
I
family
charge you
upcharge.
double.
Exactly.
And then tell
Supply and
parents maybe.
demand's a really weird thing when it comes to family. But as soon as I'm done healing, I imagine like the pain of this process, if you're fine with this, Stacy, has left you kind of passed out a little bit, so you can recover the rest of the way through sleep. As soon as you're out for the count, Prospero like pulls out his phone and like texts Trace. It's like, your sister's gonna be fine. How are you doing?
I send back yay. And then I wait 35 minutes before I send you a wall of text, which is mostly me complaining about the fact that you're being very, very nice to my sister. And you barely said a word to me, Prospero the Third. What the fuck?
With that in the text.
With that in the text.
Oh no, she's using my full name.
I would like to think that it rubs even deeper because the first thing Prospero messaged to you was your sister is okay. He let in with the sister.
Once again, no charm. He does not have it. He has cool, so he was fine waiting the 35 minutes for the text. He can keep his cool. He is not charming.
How
Just
am
make no
I
mistake
losing?
on- Listen, man, you're not rich. It's that simple. Sometimes it's just that simple. Anyway, so Prospero sits there and reads the wall of text, like once again, very calm and collected, like he's reading. He's like, all right, so the points are, I haven't really been talking to you. I've been treating your sister nicer than you. Is there any other points that I need to address in my text back?
You didn't tell me that you were going to be in town for the funeral.
Right. Okay. So these are the 3 points. All right.
Mhm.
So let's address point 1. So Prospero, is formulating the text in his head as I'm formulating in my head, in the most profitable way, as mean as that sounds.
I think this is an important thing here. I think this is a crucial moment.
Should I roll manipulate someone?
No.
Okay,
Because
that'd
you're
have been
not on
the
you're not on the high side here. You're on the low side. Act under pressure.
Joke's on you. My cool's
Can
higher
I,
than manipulate someone. You gave me the better option.
Yes,
Can
but
I impose a -1 on Prospero? Because I am in the Tesla. I was chased by a fucking horde of cats. I am freaking my shit out.
Sitting on a drunk guy.
Sitting on a drunk guy, and every now and then, like, you know, when you just kind of like, if you like slap your leg to like emphasize a point, I just like slap his chest, like, and there was a horde of cats. You don't normally see a horde of cats doing that kind of shit. They were just at the end of the alley, and they were just staring straight at us.
Oh.
Like,
thank you,
for
Sparks.
God's sake.
Thank you, Sparkies. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Goblin Horde. Welcome to the horror show that is relationship counseling.
It's not
Wait,
great.
does this
They
mean
were
does this
making
we don't
smoke
get
nose
harm back for this, right? Do we?
I feel like I'm getting hard.
Asking
you
for
asking
a
if
friend
you-
who is me.
Are you asking if your sister's anger at me heals you because she is upset?
No, I'm asking for the follow.
No, you don't.
But-
You don't get stuff back from the follow. But if you want to donate to the
Okay.
channel, $1 per 100 or 100 bits, you can give those people experience or luck, which avoids their damage and things like that.
Okay,
Also,
can I impose a -1 to this roll with my passed out body since I am the sister in question, as alongside Chibi?
Can Eugene also
Brianna
impose?
was
everyone
Yeah,
is
I would
unionizing against the rich. This is what they keep complaining about.
Pretty sure
Sion.
helps and harms don't stack. Well, helps don't stack, but do harms stack.
Arm
So
stack.
I was about to say, there's no real
you know what? Hey,
move
Karsh. Hey,
to
Karsh.
do
You know what? I'm
this.
pretty sure of that you're the MC and that you get to decide.
I was polite
it would be
and
held,
held in
But the opposite.
my like thing of the cats during the whole healing process because I understood healing is important. But once the healing was done and it just looked like Prospero was just like, on his phone, that's when Brand was like, okay, open the floodgates. Dear God, horde of cats. It was like they were working in a hive mind. Even the fucking dog was scared. And normally he doesn't get freaked out by cats. There was some unnatural shit going down there, Prospero, are you listening to me? He's not going to be much help. She's like, slaps Eugene. Like, he's kind of passed out right now. Like, look at this. Are you listening to me? Horde of cats acting in not cat-like ways.
Text.
Your phone just
Grab
keeps
the
like
hair.
pinging,
Look at
pinging, pinging, pinging.
Look at me!
All right, so
Horde
am I
of
rolling?
cats.
So am I rolling act under pressure with -2 here? Is what I'm hearing. So -1 total. Okay, that's fine. We'll see how this goes. I can always use
This is
luck.
acting under pressure.
Yeah, no, I understand. Do I have any other moves that help when I act under pressure? Let me check real quick. The answer is no. Cool. Yeah, let's do this. Act under pressure with
Sure, you'll be
cool, but at a
fine.
-1.
We all pray for a failure. It's never
6 or
happened.
less. 6 or less.
Hey, I have luck.
I still change it to a 12.
Aha! Unstoppable.
Mixed success. Does that mean part of the text has random words like cat thrown into it?
Auto,
Got it. So-
autocorrect.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
you're going to give me a worse outcome, which I don't know what's going to be worse than what's going to happen to me if this doesn't work out. A hard choice or a price to pay. One of these 3 things is yours and yours alone to give me.
You lose service and halfway through your messages, so some of the message doesn't go through.
Yeah.
Oh.
That
could be
that's
so
no.
bad.
No. It's the hard choice is. Do you want the message to go? The message. So, lose service, or I get to choose when to stop the message, and only that gets sent.
What is the difference between those 2 options?
If the message starts with something, and I stop it before the context can be done, then only that second.
Like if you were addressing, like what were those points again that you were addressing? Like,
Why was I preferring the sister over her?
yeah.
Why didn't I tell her I was back in town? And what was the third point? I do forget that one.
Yeah,
There was
but what I mean is, as in, I will remove the context. As in, you'll start saying what the message is, and if I say stop, that's all that gets sent. And if you got any other context which goes with that, nope, sorry.
Yeah.
You just sent.
Because it's like
What is the other option?
The
Yeah,
other
well,
option is nothing.
no message at all.
I
lose
don't
service.
send.
Oh.
So lose service, or you get
Ooh.
Because you
a
can
possibly
start
very
with
bad
like,
message.
yeah, because you could start out by going, look, your sister was in a really bad place.
Stop.
And then it just
And
stops
it
at your
stops.
sister.
And then it's like, you didn't even bother
Listen,
to address
I'm
the
not
different
that
points.
idiotic. The first word is going to be sorry. That's the first word. So I'll pick Karsh letting me
Can it
letting
stop
him
just
stop
after
it.
sorry?
No.
Just sorry to everything.
So
Okay, so SO gets sent.
is that it? Just okay.
Do-
Is that what your choice
I'm
was?
asking, do you stop me? I'm asking here, like, once again, because it seems like either way the same effect happens of Tracy doesn't get the message.
Well, doesn't get
So-
either doesn't get any message at all, or gets a essentially misrepresented.
Which do you think
message,
is going to
miscoded.
make me madder?
Yeah, that's what I meant. So you say what the message is going to be, and I'll stop it at some point. Essentially out of context.
Oh, okay. I guess I pick that one.
Yeah.
So once again, it starts with, "Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. Your sister was gravely injured. I wanted to make sure she was going to be all right, but I understand how you are feeling here, and I want to make sure you understand that there's no feeling towards your sister here. This was just purely like a protective measure. As for why I didn't tell you, I wanted.
We're gonna go back and stop that at the your sister was injured, or sister was hurt before the butt. But I understand.
My understanding, Karsh, was you were going to stop me.
Oh, okay.
Like if I had known.
Go.
Yeah. So I keep going. It's like your sister was hurt, so I wanted to make sure she was all right. I didn't tell you I was back in town yet. I wanted it to be a surprise for you, because I thought that would be a bit more special, and maybe I was wrong to do that.
I stopped before the wrong.
Okay.
A bit more special. A little bit out of context.
Sure.
I am high as a kite on the sofa with Uncle Marv, and I look at my phone, like, oh God, Prospero, and I look through the message, and I clock the number of times he says sister, and then which is like 3 or 4, and the number of times he says Trace, which is 0. And I take my phone and I show it to Uncle Marv, and I say, Marv, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Uncle Marv. Like, he wants it to be special for me. Then why is he getting cozy with my sister and healing all of her wounds? Last time I checked, a hospital can do that.
Marv says he's got it, and he just grabs her phone and just takes a selfie of just him like and sends it back to him.
which I don't get because I don't have service.
Yeah, you've lost service now. But when
it's
you
like
get
it just has like the infinite sending symbol, like it never actually gets sent.
I guess it's the
we, like,
cloud,
do
but then
it-
doesn't get received.
Can we do a Chekhov's gun thing where that just like sends at a random time later in the campaign?
A crucial moment, I will be distracted by a text of Marvin's face.
There's your hurt. There's your harm.
Fuck him.
So the night goes on. I believe you get 1 healing, 1 restoration back, -1 harm for resting. For those that have got some.
Sounds right.
Mm-hmm.
Down to 1.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
You're still hurt? Jesus.
Yes.
There's been multiple 6s. There's been multiple failed rolls.
Yeah, it says here moderate wounds 1 to 3 harm will improve when your hunter has a chance to rest up, a decent night's sleep, or get some first aid treatment. This reduces an injury by 1 harm. So still at 1 harm.
Mm-hmm. So, in the next day, what do we do? What's happening?
I assume we'd like meet probably for brunch, because we'd give Eugene some time to recover, at least, and then get a good meal into it would be the plan.
So not the fish at the peg leg.
Yeah, we're definitely not going back to the peg leg. I'm just gonna drink more if we go back there right now. Like,
I mean, this is an old mining town. I think we have to come up with another location of the local diner.
Yeah, the 24-hour diner. It gets closed down periodically for like hygiene violations, but when you need a bite, you need a bite.
This town's
I feel
not
like
great.
it's called like I feel like it's called
Eden's
like
Place.
Wet Betsy's.
I was gonna say Eden's
Okay.
place.
Different vibes.
Because I think Betsy is the name of the car, right?
Yeah, Betsy's my car.
Oh, I said Wet Betsy's, which is much grosser.
No. I don't think anyone eats
greasy.
at
I
Wendy's.
think
Wendy's?
I'll vote for Eden's Place. That
Wendy's is a
Howln said.
fast food restaurant,
I'm
Karsh.
down with Eden's place.
Can't do that.
Eden's place
alright.
or
Nice.
Gus's shack. One of the two.
Eden's Place. So 24-hour
Eden's Place.
diner, Eden's Place, in brackets with the 24-hour diner, shuts down periodically. Health issues.
There's just like not any good food.
2
in this
stars,
town.
1.5 stars on Yelp. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, but if you need a greasy hot plate of eggs and bacon and hash browns, Eden's
Coffee,
Place has you
strong
covered.
coffee.
Can I override the 2 like the 1 star on Yelp and say it's got 5 stars on Yelp because they sue anyone that doesn't? They threaten anyone that doesn't.
They got Prospero's
because
money?
it's owned by the Prosperos.
I was about to say, what legal team does the small town diner?
Oh, maybe it's the front for like the mob in town. Like that's
Oh,
how they launder
God.
all their money through town. So that's why they got a 5-star rating.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just point also
Alright,
out that
I will
Prospero
point-
has like his own house or something,
I
and he
do.
could probably serve us better food? Why are we going to dives all the time?
100% could do it.
Yeah, did
How much
I
happening?
also did I just crash at Prospero's because I was passed
Oh
out
no,
in
I
the car.
assumed I put you back wherever you were staying. Like I assumed once you
Yeah.
He
like
put you back in your place.
But honestly, bro, if you
She
took her
slept
back
over?
to the place, oh god, yeah, that
No.
was the issue.
That's
not.
why I was like, oh, that
no.
would have been great too.
Prospero's not the smartest man in the
No,
world.
he-
He
like,
is smart enough to not do that.
I'm sure
So
the
he,
sisters
like-
have to stay at their parents' place
Yeah.
together.
Yeah.
Like
Mm-hmm.
that's
So
the
I just
worst
like
thing.
knocked on the
Share the
door, was
twin
like,
bedroom.
"Hey, Stacy, unfortunately during the wake got very drunk. She's not feeling very well. If you can just put her back. I'm gonna go home. It's late. I've had a long day."
I just want to
Curious.
just want to say that you just removed a hard move that I was going to do by saying that. That was the next time Prospero failed significantly was Tracy had a what was it? Where's your phone at, or where's your friend's phone at?
Find my
sister's
phone.
phone. Spend all overnight at the Prospero's. That's what I was going to do. But you just removed that. Damn.
No, Eugene crashed on the couch, as he has often done whenever we're both in town.
Hmm.
I'm sure
I also don't have a house, so thanks,
there's a
grad
den,
too.
like you have a den that he can stay in that no one else goes to.
A pool.
We have a
house.
guest room. No, we have a guest room. We're,
Yeah, but
we're
They have like
Oh,
12
original.
guest rooms.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you don't
have a
you
lot.
don't give him the sheets, like the nice linen sheets. You just put him
Oh
in.
no,
Hey.
when he's like this, we give him the cheap cotton ones we keep.
Guests stay in the guest rooms. Eugene stays in the pool house, like separate to the.
Hey, pool houses to be lit.
Trace
I was
probably
about to say
crashed on the couch
that's
at
a
1:30.
nicer
It
setup
probably has
for
a-
him.
It probably has a mini bar.
Don't put the
Used to be
drunk
stopped.
person
Either
next
way.
to a large body of water, please.
Good point.
Hey,
Okay,
hey.
so we move on. We're at the diner, Eden's Place, in the morning. For breakfast. Edith or Eden is working as always. It's her diner, always there. What's this conversation about? Well, how we start everything.
Stacy, still a little hurt, is going to describe in detail what she saw. Okay, so there's like a handprint, like a magical invisible handprint on them, and in addition to like the gauntness that we all saw. So like again, and she kind of looks at Trace for a moment. Those of you who are better at the investigation should maybe think if you can remember any creatures who might have left something like that. And she also looks at Jean.
Of course she did.
I have a thing called cryptid sighting. You take note of any reports of strange creatures whenever you first see it says see. Nope, never mind.
So close to being something we could have used.
So
Although I'll allow that for the cats.
Yeah, I wanted to also investigate that. Like, I was wanting to use that for the cats as well. It just says I may immediately ask one of the investigate a mystery questions. Like, not even roll it. I just ask it.
Mm-hmm. But that was back then, not now.
Yeah. Well, I don't have anything to contribute.
So your
So-
your late breakfast arrives with the morning paper.
Okay.
Prospero
Is there
pulls,
anything in the,
like
in the
takes
morning
the
paper?
paper. Oh no, Eugene, you can go ahead if you're sober enough.
Yeah, nah. I'm just smoking some weed that Stacy got from me. Tracy
Can
got
you
from me.
smoke that in a restaurant?
Oh,
We're in
you
the
can,
smoker
wait, hold on.
section.
You do you say that out loud? Because if you called Trace Stacy out loud in this diner in front of her,
We
No,
both
no,
flip
no, no.
shit.
Nah.
Oh, what? He gets to take back
It
what
was
he says.
said.
I don't.
It's done.
To each his own.
Prospero buries his head in the newspaper like, nope. Let all the bus hit him. I am not. Oh.
I love that we've got like a twin like mine set up here. Like there's just so much stuff that we could do wrong to piss off that.
No, but out of character before I get yelled at, how do we have the fingerprints? How do we have the handprint? What was
We
the
don't have
handprint?
it. She saw it on him.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So I saw
Describe.
I saw an invisible handprint on a magical invisible handprint.
Where
Got
on
it,
part of the
got it,
body?
okay.
Yeah. And what part of the
Alright.
body was it?
Seemed to be on the chest.
On the chest.
Above the heart.
Over the heart, yeah. Just chest region. Central chest
Trace.
region.
Loath though I am to admit it, you are like pretty good at stuff like that. So if you,
Oh, well, thank you.
I'm talking to my sister. What is it with the name confusion these days? Look, I know you remember a lot of stuff like that. Do you want to take a whack at it? Do you have any idea about what kind of creature that might have been that could do that?
I guess I'm willing to help Stacy, but only because you called me pretty. And
You're only pretty because you look like me, but you are pretty.
Well, isn't it the other way around? Because I'm older, so you look like me. I'm 42 minutes 69 seconds older, so you look like me.
Just say 43 minutes and 9 seconds, Trace. Just
Yeah, I'll help.
Thank you.
You know, I can help you, Tracy. I got my laptop out and stuff. I don't mind helping you if you want it. You know, I'm here for you.
Are you gonna remember my name this time?
I slide my shades back down and just reluctantly said, yes.
I'm gonna read the newspaper over Prospero's shoulder and
Well-
see if there's anything interesting.
Yep.
You see like a bead of sweat just going down his forehead. Like, no, don't get involved in this one. Just bury the head. This will only end poorly if I say anything.
I can do it.
All right, baby. Show me what you got, Eugene.
Let's do this. All right. And so what do I do? I do.
So are you helping
Dark?
Tracy?
Yeah.
Or
I think it is very in character for Tracy to make someone else do all the work.
okay, so you're not helping. You're doing the investigation.
And
Yeah.
I'm fully devoted to doing this right now for her, so I'm good with this. I'm good
I'll-
being used right now.
I'll sit in your lap and I'll make eye contact with Prospero, and then just stare at your computer screen, Eugene.
Prospero's got his head buried in the newspaper. He is not. Nope, not looking.
Yeah, no, this is great.
So Trace, I guess Trace is helping out in a weird way.
Am I helping or am I distracting?
It's
I
both.
will-
It's
Well, I will say do a help point and a help out action, and we'll let the dice decide whether you're distracting in a good or bad way.
Yeah, fair enough. All right.
Baiting, I think, is the word.
Just it's more of a case if you're distracting more than helping.
8.
Mixed success with an 8.
Okay.
I am
It's a bit of
motivated.
both.
Okay.
I'm curious
do
what
I
the
have a-
exposing yourself
That's
to trouble
plus
or
one.
danger
Yeah.
is.
That's going to be +1
Mhm.
forward.
I have an idea what the.
Okay, so
Oh,
How did
so
you?
real
how
quick,
did you?
He put
That
plus,
can't.
plus
That's
one.
impossible.
You-
Yeah.
How do
What
I
you
do
got
that?
was did you hit like +1 when it asked for a modifier?
Yeah.
Just put in a 1. Don't
Just
need to
write-
put in the plus. Just a
Oh,
1.
okay. Oh,
But
sorry.
he did get a
okay.
'Cause,
10
yeah,
total.
You got a 7, then a +1.
He got it. He 7 + 2 + 1, so that's a 10. He got it. That's a full success.
Okay.
So
Okay. So as you're going through the thing and you're going through everything and you go a full success. What are you exploring? You're exploring what could do such a thing?
Yeah,
one
I
of
was
the-
trying to
yeah.
figure out, yeah.
Okay.
there's a question I think in Investigate a Mystery, which is just what sort of creature is it?
Okay. What
Yeah.
sort of creature is it? I feel like supernatural is just not enough because this is Monster of the Week. Like maybe a spectre or a witch or maybe an artifact or something could do such a thing.
So
I'll give you
an
3.
artifact?
Mhm.
Okay. All right, so an artifact can do this, but it's not like okay.
Or like a
So you'll give
spectre
me
or
3.
ghost or witch or something like that. Or
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll post the if you go to the under the look, there's and you expand the Investigate a Mystery, there are the questions you can ask. You get on a 10+, you get 2. So there's what happened here, what sort of
okay.
creature is it, what can do, yeah.
Okay. Can I ask what can it do?
well, it seems with the other evidence you've collected, drain life force. Feed off life force.
Okay. And I that's all my questions, right? Because that's 2, right? Okay. So I type away on my computer, looking through everything, and it seems that the creature that has this type of handprint or the residue of spiritual energy is a ghost, a witch, or spectral entity. And as you guys point out, a lot of the stuff from a lot of the chat rooms that I'm reading onto it, it's key to drain the life force out of people. So it does match with what you guys were telling me before.
What's everyone drinking?
Coffee.
Black coffee.
Black coffee.
Coffee
Actually, probably a
with a splash
latte.
of Bailey's.
Probably an almond milk latte.
Water, because Unky Marv can't afford.
It's at that point that Unky Marg notices something, and in exasperation, accidentally spills, I believe the common was coffee, onto Trace. There's your stuff up, by the way. So that's you putting yourself in harm. So you've got coffee on you. Not won't do any harm, won't do any damage, but you got coffee spilled on you.
Yeah, so Prospero like hears the crash, like instantly puts down the newspaper, sees what happens. Who spilt the coffee?
Marvin, but you just put down what Marvin was reading.
What?
I was reading it.
No. You're reading the back. You're reading the inside. Brianna
so
was
Marv
reading the
noticed
inside.
something
On the other side.
Okay.
Marvin's reading the front page.
Oh, okay.
And he notices
I've-
something on the front page that caused him to startle,
Yeah.
knocking into Trace, who then spilt coffee on herself.
The dominoes.
Does she get coffee on the laptop?
No.
Oh, good.
Oh, thank God.
Marv don't read well, but you read well enough to see something's wrong. And he points to the front of the paper. What does
Missing teenagers.
it say?
All
Missing
right.
teenagers.
Oh, Dr. Oblong, I think is for. Oh, there he goes. He's back.
Yeah. And let's move the let's move things to say Shadow.
So yeah, sorry, I missed what was on the paper.
Missing teenagers.
Does it say where?
Three teenagers missing overnight.
Okay, I will look at Prospero and say, you better read up on that and get him to read the actual article.
So, like,
So
Prospero really wants to yell at you right now. Holds himself back. Very, like, his hands are tense. Like, he's kind of gripping this newspaper a little bit too hard as he turns it around and sees, like, the missing teenagers. Does the article have any information, like, where they went missing from?
The information is it's kind of vague because you don't like. It's more of it's not a fluff piece, but like there's not much information. There's 2 families, 3 children between the 2 families, and 3 children around the same age of about 16 gone missing overnight, and well, not overnight, but like the previous night, but like the reports have only just come in.
Yeah, it's been long enough to be reported as missing.
Yes.
Okay.
Was there anything about like last known location? And also, Brand is like, excuse me, Eden, could we get some details here, please? For
Guys,
you'll indicate the.
I can probably get to it a little bit like faster. I can just try to tune into the monster. And see where it is.
Stacy, before you do that, my everything I'm wearing has been ruined by Uncle Marv's coffee. Do you have anything that I could, I don't know, change into?
Not on me. Probably in my car. I have my suitcase. I didn't unpack my suitcase last night. Here, let me. Here, I'll just. As long as you don't drive it away, here are my keys.
And I will very quickly go out to the car. I see that everything is pink and bright feminine colors, which is revolting. And I will put some of it on and return to the table and sit down next to my sister and whisper to her, none of you will ever speak of what I'm wearing again. I really wish I'd eaten you in the womb.
I'm gonna jinx my sister.
I'm just gonna smoke some real quick. I'm just gonna steal here and smoke.
Brianna's just slowly, like, she got a tea towel. She's just slowly mopping up whatever is left of the coffee that may have splashed onto the table and stuff, just kind of watching all this wide-eyed, like.
So how does the jinx play
out,
Miss Jenkins?
So I'm like, when she looks at me and she says, I really wish I'd eaten you in the womb, I'm like, you're so funny, Trace. And I touch her arm. And I'm gonna keep one of my holds because I have a 10. For when we interfere, because I'm gonna use that interfere with what a monster minion or bystander is trying to do, or the inflict 1 harm. I'm gonna keep those in my back pocket as an option. But I am going to give Jackie or VJ -1 forward. So the next roll that VJ makes is gonna take a -1. And then I am going to try to tune in to see where the monster is.
Okay.
Do we know how your magic looks when you hex people or jinx them?
I think a little bit of sparks come out of my. I think a little bit of sparks come out of my fingers as I touch her.
Or like a static shock.
Real
You're
cute.
So funny.
Real cute.
You
Nice
look
try.
So are you? Try implies I didn't succeed. And you look really cute for once. And I'm gonna try. I hope I didn't waste that 10. Okay, I get to ask the 1. It would have been nice to have the 3, but I think where's the creature right now would be useful information.
Mm-hmm. You see that your mind goes back to that chalkboard, like the pin board, and like your mind goes back to the chalkboard last night, and you start seeing the maps of the town like start moving around and start coalescing and just trying to shape itself and put itself into where the chalkboard, like where the pins go, and you see it starting to line up to streets and to houses and things like that, and you're fairly confident that it's at one of the older houses in town, up on top of the hill. An old colonial 2-story home with like it's been around for a very long time. One of the spooky places in town, or where to take drugs.
Wonderful. Also, so it's worth noting too, I get 1+1 ongoing while acting on the answers. So I asked who was going to attack next. So if the teens, I will potentially, if they're still alive, protecting them, I'll get +1 ongoing, presumably. And also getting to the house, at least I will get +1. The spooky old house, like on top of the hill, the big, place to dare your friends to go into and do drugs and all that. Trace, you know it well. That's where it is. What? It's bad that you do drugs when I say that you do it?
No, it's bad to imply that I would know something about a bunch of dead kids.
That's not. I'm not implying that you know where the dead kids are. I'm implying that you know the house. That you have useful information about how to get to a house. Jesus Christ! Not everything's a.
It's a house. It has a door. You drive up. You park outside. You go inside.
It's a whole. There's a whole town. I'm saying you know how to get to a place. Why is everything like such a battle? Ugh! Okay. Anyway, we should probably like go there in case the kids are still alive because they're just missing. They might not be dead yet. Like now, maybe, perhaps.
I'm scared.
Ready?
So I just
is everyone ready to go now? Like,
I mean, I'm scared and I just get up. I don't know what's happening anymore.
My gun's in my car, so like I should be ready. I don't know what else I'm capable of doing. I don't think a gun's gonna hurt it.
When did you buy a gun?
Yeah, I bought a gun after the last time.
I presume I would have retrieved my motorbike and belongings before coming to Eden's place. So I'd have my cryptid hunting gear.
Any of you got like magics to protect against this touchy feely thing?
I mean, maybe.
That is a no.
No, nothing I am aware of. I don't have enough time to enchant your clothes. I'm sorry. If I had the time, I could do it, but I don't.
Right.
Nothing to it but to do it.
We got this. Go team.
Does Marvin actually put his hand out?
Yeah, I've got my hand out and no one else is obviously.
No, I'm not.
Obviously pitching for Uncle. Yeah. So Brianna puts her hand in, like, yeah.
I put my head further down into my laptop as I just type away.
And I just look at Brianna and go, yeah, family first.
Definitely, Uncle. And I just want to know, like, is the cat thing, like, Brianna would have looked into it when she got home. Is the cat thing in any way related, or was that just random other spooky shit happening?
You making a roll?
Yeah, I can investigate.
Mm-hmm.
A mystery.
Well, you sounds like you are investigating.
Yeah, she would have done it last night.
Hey, 11.
Okay. Brianna has been around town. Like Brianna isn't one of the returning. Is that right? Or Brianna is returning?
She's returning, but she's also probably come back a fair few times because her parents live here.
Okay. So over the years, there's like as you're doing a little bit of research, over the years there's talk about like the feral cat population in the town increasing, and there's been like word about like there's been proposals to cull the feral cat population, which from certain people in the local government, which let's face it, isn't really a government because of money. And they've always failed to go up, like always failed to pass. And there's also articles that you come across about the cats, the cats attacking or like noise and like almost howling. It's written in one article at each other at night time, and causing lack of sleep and causing just a little bit of chaos each night.
Is it linked to this other thing? Like that was this
Doesn't seem to be linked to anything about a spooky house or deaths. But
Yeah.
these articles go back a little bit, like, as in go back like months. Some of them, like the first article you found is about a couple of years back, like 2 or 3, 4 years back.
Right. So am I able to ask any other questions, or
Yeah, because you got a success,
yeah.
so you got 2 questions.
I gave you a lot of
Well, I feel-
information though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Karsh gave a lot of information.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that Brianna would want to do is like try to narrow it down. Like, is there one particular creature that could cause the cats to act this way? Like, do they have a prime cat overlord or something that's like
The cat
controlling
king.
them?
At this stage, you don't think you don't think you have any information about what could link to be controlling or causing this.
Okay.
Those damn jellicle cats.
They've elected a president.
Oh, Jesus.
You were told it's a conspiracy.
How dare you make me laugh? All right, that's cool. I just wanted to kind of clarify that it's like a separate mystery on Brianna's list, but and is separate from cool. But she's going to be on the lookout now for any like further suspicious cat activity, just because it's now been brought to her attention.
Mm-hmm.
Such a fun sentence. Suspicious cat activity.
Isn't all cat activity
A
suspicious?
cat's just like sitting on the wall and just pushes off a can, just like.
So it just reminds me of Inside Out, the final,
Oh yeah.
where they go inside the cat and the cat's just going, like walking over the control panel, just kicking everything and just, yeah. Either way, let's go forward. Where are we going?
The house.
Yeah, I think we're
Yeah,
going
creepy
to
house.
Old House on the Hill.
In daytime or nighttime?
Right after breakfast.
I was about
Where's
to
the
say, if
fun
we're
in that?
worried about the kids being alive, I would assume
Yeah.
right away.
Yeah.
Straight away.
Okay. So you head off in various modes of automobile and transport to the spooky house on top of the hill. The spooky house on top of the hill, you see, like, I mean, it's one of those things which stands out in a small town, like a very old house, which is almost run down, but not really quite. Like, strangely, the lawn is being semi-maintained and the garden's been semi-maintained. There's no boards on the windows, but like the curtains are drawn. There's like other neighbors around the place where they've got better maintained lawn. It's not a bad area of the town, but it just stands out as one of those places which it's older and just different. But think of it like the Adams Family house, where it's just like it's different from the aesthetic of everything else in the town.
It just has a natural weird vibe.
Yeah. So even when people used to live there, it was that natural, like weird vibe.
Did anyone else ever get that feeling that this was the kind of place where like a mass murderer would live? Or was that just me whenever I walked past?
Yeah, I get the serious Wiggins from here.
Mm.
I don't know. It just feels like my uncle's house, really, to me. I don't know.
Seems pretty
Also,
normal.
if this is Prospero, if this is a specter of some kind, I think we should probably like take a brief moment to enchant some weapons. Because like I don't know that guns and knives are gonna do anything as is.
Out of character, I'm thinking how Prospero react because he knows he's already in hot water for listening to Stacy a lot. So question. No, I won't do that now. That might be a scene for later. So he's gonna turn to everyone else. It's like that will take some time. We are in a bit of a rush. Is that something you would all like to do?
Well, I mean, while you're doing that, I mean, me and Bree, we can search the perimeter and see if we can't find anything. I can use the drone, and she can use smoke. We can see what we can find while you enchant the weapons.
I mean, like, Trace, do you want me to? I assume you have a gun. Do you want me to enchant it? Or do you want Prospero to enchant it?
Prospero
I
like just
guess-
keeps his eyes down, like
Good job,
Kinda-
buddy. You do that.
kind of in shame. Kind of in shame. Yeah, 100%.
Forgive me if I trust his magic a little bit more than I trust yours, babe.
That's
Please
fine.
let this
I
be
just-
the one magic I fail. Please, it'd be so funny.
I
It's
just
pink.
think it's a good idea. Hey, while they're doing the perimeter, Uncle Marv, do you have a weapon you want me to enchant?
Well, I got this old gym sock full of quarters. I use it for the laundry.
All right, I can still do it. I think that it'll like work. Let me give it a shot.
I just want to add to the scene as well for this point. Back when you were last in town, back when you were kids, because you've been away for about 10 years. Someone used to live here. Like, you can't remember who, but someone did used to live here. You can't remember much back then, though.
10 years is just such a long time.
It is.
You
Does this count as trying to protect the kids? Because then I get +1.
Well, it sounds like you're trying to protect yourself.
Well, I'm trying to kill the specter, which I think is trying to protect the kids.
I think that's too broad there.
Okay, that's fair. No, mark and experience. I failed. You know what? I think it's fair that I failed to enchant a gym sock full of quarters.
Now, hard move on this. Do you like? I'm tempted of taking away something that you really want right now, and I think it's as you enchant it, your spell starts unraveling, and so does the sock itself,
Oh.
and the quarters start just slipping out the bottom.
No, there's a coin shortage.
Uncle Marv,
My
I'm so
quarters.
sorry.
My quarters, my antique quarters.
Uncle Marv, I'm so sorry. I start picking them up. I'll get you a new sock. I'm so sorry. In the meantime,
I've
I
had
hand
that
you my
sock since
gun.
1984.
In the meantime, I hand you my gun.
Unky Marv goes, "It's all right. I got my gun in the back." And he
Okay,
pulls
I'm
out his
so
hunting
sorry.
rifle.
I'm like so sorry.
All right. So we have that enchanting scene. I guess I'll do mine now. So I'm only enchanting Tracy's weapon. Is that from what I'm hearing?
Oh
Like,
yes,
'cause it
please
doesn't-
fail this. I want it pink.
So.
Or
listen,
with an engraving now. But it's
says Stacy?
Stacy.
yeah,
Make it
yeah.
shoot
I know what you're
flowers.
gonna do. So I like pull Tracy to the side. I'm like, if you don't mind.
Yeah, no, go for it. You got to try to redeem yourself somehow.
That I do. Speaking of, if you prefer a change of clothes that is a bit more becoming of you, I have something in the trunk for you. It was a gift. Seems like a time to give it to you.
I would say you shouldn't have, but that's bullshit. So I'm slightly less angry with you. Slightly.
That is
We'll
slightly
see how it
better than where I
fits.
was. Oh, it's perfectly tailored. He spared no expense on this outfit.
All right, then I will go and I'm not even gonna bother like trying to get somebody to like put up like a towel. I just change like for everybody. It's a show, and I put on whatever it is that Prospero had
Trace,
tailored.
I was
can you
looking
have a
at
little
my
bit more modesty? It's my body too.
Nope. I just
We're
straight look.
fraternal.
Nope, just straight looking.
I just stare daggers at Eugene a little bit outside his eye line.
And I look back
Enchant
at my
weapon.
laptop.
All right, time to use magic, baby.
We're out in public on daylight on just a suburban street.
Yep.
In front of the spook house.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
have said there's neighbors.
It's all right. I'll pay him off if need be.
Fuck them kids. Sorry.
All right. Without any further ado,
Well, if there
I
are kids in
suppose
the
I
area watching, they're getting an eyeful.
The birds and the bees and the Tracys.
and apparently the Stacys.
And
They
the
are-
birds and the
if
bees
they
and
are
the Tracys
twins.
and the Stacys. Yeah.
I did like that line. It's my body too. Yes.
All right. I'm now going to roll magic.
Yep. Come on.
Weird by default. No forwards and no negatives this time, as far as I'm aware. That doesn't work in a Twitch chat because it's all one row. Anyway. Aha! Unbeatable! So yeah, what am I enchanting? Like, what's the weapon?
It is my. We'll say it's the gun. I feel like my lucky bat is already pretty lucky, so it's my gun.
What's the gun? Shotgun, handgun, what am I doing?
Oh, it's a handgun.
Yeah.
I wanna say
You
it's like a
see
38, but-
So yeah, you see this lovely like golden gilded engraving just
38.
appear along the barrel. I'm not sure what kind of handgun it is, so I don't know if it's
It's
along
a
the barrel, if it's
38.
along 38 special. Yeah.
So
In that
Yeah.
case, it appears along the barrel, along the cylinder of the gun, and like what? Now leave that out. But it's just a very good gold engraving of like these wards and skulls like intertwined with one another, and he like pans it back to you. It also, if it wasn't already, it turned like obsidian black.
I take the gun and I look at it, and it matches the like couture outfit that he had
Perfectly
made for me.
matches.
And I look at him and I say, okay, Prospero, you did good. And I'll give him like a very quick peck on the cheek.
As soon as no one's looking, he's like, yes.
Meanwhile, on the drone,
Yeah. I was distracted for a little bit though, so I don't know.
yeah, I'm totally saying the drone was hovering for a while. near the
Yeah,
car.
no, it was.
Was
It
the
was
drone
hovering
just
for a bit.
hovering around them, just like circling?
Yeah, the drone's now got footage.
Yeah, I have footage that will literally be saved for later.
Badly is the drone
Enjoy.
is connected through the car, so it's going to be recorded onto the car's car
And
drive.
Prospero will get the notification on his phone, like, new file saved. It's like,
Yeah.
what is this?
You think I'm not smart enough to have backups? Like,
I mean, sure, but Prospero knows what you did is more the important
Yes.
thing here.
that's true. That's
Back on the drone, and back. We're going to move to the other side of things. We're going to move to the investigations of the area. So, either the drone or the ground search. Which one are we going to do first?
Go with
Three,
the ground
which
first.
is- okay, we got that. I am, after the drone was circling and I was on my laptop, I sent my drone around the perimeter of the house, essentially trying to read and trying to find ways in, and as well as trying to see if my drone could actually go into the house and I can get footage around the house to see if I could find the children with the drone as well. So I'm gonna be reading a bad situation for it, if that's the correct one. So that way I can try to see if there's any traps and weave the drone in without any issues.
Can your drone do like heat?
My
Laser?
drone has heat and night vision.
Okay. I'm going to give you a -1 to this, but you'll
Okay.
find out why.
Okay.
Is it because Trace is near?
I'll give you a -2 for this, and you'll find out why the other one.
Oh, it is a 5.
Okay, so as you're starting to fly around the house, you get distracted and by Trace saying like, "Oh, I'm just going to get changed," and you go and turn back. Then you start, okay, gotta get back to the house, gotta get back to, and you start circling out. As you're circling out, you're trying to find a way in. It's a 2-story house, but the camera points just catches something of corner of your eye, and you just turn the drone to the backyard next door, where a young, attractive celebrity is sunbathing next to their pool. And and you see them look up at the drone and reach for a phone.
Okay. I've been through this before. Okay, yeah. I send that drone back.
You also recognize them too.
Oh, I do?
They're wait, you've seen this person before. They're on TV. They're the local weather girl on channel 7.
Cindy Taubin. I love Cindy.
I was gonna say Veronica Cornerstone for a second. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna send my drone back to
Actually, I'll give you. They do have a name. I'll give you that.
Oh, they do? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But I haven't had that sheet open because I've been playing. But Rose Chan, the local attractive weather girl, she's known for wacky costumes and a bubbling personality. That and being incredibly attractive. But she seems a bit concerned that there's a drone watching her, and she's reaching for a phone.
Oh, okay. I quickly get my drone out of there as quick as I possibly can, if that's still an option.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna quickly get it out of there, and just put it back into the car.
How about on foot? Brianna.
Yeah. Well, I was waiting to kind of see if I was waiting on the information from the drone to determine if there was something right directly out back. I wasn't gonna just waltz right into it.
I only found Bri, you don't want to know what I found. It wasn't ghost related at all. No. You don't want to know what I found.
Are you all right? That sounds like you sound slightly traumatized.
Just the woman I like to watch on the news with my dad was on my camera. So no, I probably just ruined all my chances of ever finding love again. So no.
You might want to purge any video footage just in case you get accused of something.
It was such good video footage, though. Yeah, I'm just gonna.
At your own discretion, and I'll just go take Smoke for a walk then, and I will. He's not on a lead or anything, but I'll
I was going to ask this time about lead.
Yeah, no, she has like he does have a collar around his neck, and he has like the goggles and everything for when he's like riding in the motorbike. But she does have like a lead kind of wrapped around her wrist to indicate like, yeah, I can put him on the lead when needed. But in this kind of area, I think she's like, yeah, no, he listens to my commands, he'll come back, so usually doesn't need to worry about a physical lead on him.
Mm-hmm.
But she looks like a responsible dog owner.
Looks like.
Has doggy bags.
So where are you searching? How are you searching? And what are you doing around the property?
All right, so we've got the big house in front of us. Is there a fence line coming to the sidewalk? Or is it like an enclosed, like big
You can
walls,
cross the threshold onto the property.
Yeah.
But there's side fences, and you can see that it takes up most of the frontage. It's got one of those gardens which is like it's dark even in daylight, but it's still strangely maintained. The house doesn't look like it's recently lived in.
She definitely gets that little shiver down her spine as she kind of crosses over and stands on the grass. And is there anything like, are there side gates?
Just the single front.
Just a single front, and then there's nothing stopping us from going to the backyard if we wanted to.
You'd go around the side, yeah. That's all. Yeah.
All right. She'll kind of lead Smoke towards like the left side of the house. We'll say, and like, are you catching any weird smells here, buddy? Anything strange?
Do an investigation. That's. Okay. Mixed success.
So what does it mean on a mixed success? Do I just ask one question or?
Yeah, you hold one, so you get to ask one question.
All right. So she's going.
I'll give you this for free because this is just there. You see a BMX bike in the back. And
Okay, that sort of indicates to me that's already kind of semi-answering some of the questions I was going to ask. So maybe she'll ask what is being concealed here. Are there any hints along the side of the path as to what sort of creature we might be encountering?
it's probably not going to give you I can't give you an answer from that, from the outside of the house. I mean, I can't really. Do you want to try a different question that I could probably answer? Because you're talking about something in like trying to get it like answer from maybe inside the house, but there's no evidence outside about anything inside. So if you've got an answer, you've got a question more about the outside of the house or the yard or
maybe what
something.
happened here.
I was thinking either what happened here or what can it do. Well, what happened here?
That's what I can do. What happened here? It looks like as you're searching around the house, you can see where the bike is, and it looks like there's footprints in the grass, but you can see scuff marks on the wall, and looks like a couple of kids have like climbed up a level, and you can just see that there's they looks like they've pried open a window on the next floor.
Okay. So probably no indications from Smoke about anything supernatural, but we've definitely got a case of break and entrance, which I know that Brianna has prior experience in, and Trace was also involved. So I'll kind of okay, and I'll kind of glance back to where everyone is and just kind of do a small wave to catch
I'll give you
their
this as
attention.
well. In the backyard, you see what looks like you see a for rent sign. It's been torn out and thrown onto the ground and just dumped in the backyard.
All right. Well, I'll continue doing what I was doing, waving to get their attention, and I'm just going to be pointing up to indicate the open window.
Mhm.
And
All
okay,
right.
so if I'm assuming if I saw the, if I did continue a bit more to actually see that fluorescent sign, is there anything else in the backyard, or is it empty?
It seems to be empty.
Okay.
Again, seems kind of maintained. But yeah.
So the window was broken to break in?
Looks like they've jimmied or something to, like, hasn't smashed the glass,
Okay.
but like it's
Yeah.
slightly ajar. Like not on the first floor.
Oh,
but the
to
next-
like to open to
Yeah.
unlock the door.
Yeah, they've
Okay.
got unlocked and yeah, like you can see they've.
And they probably
Okay.
crawled in through there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So like I think at this point we just have to go in.
And I think at
I'm
this
not
point, I
great.
think there's, well, I think it's about the right time for, you can hear just in the distance. Well, for some people it's familiar, others like, what? Like siren.
Mm-hmm.
Unky
Wasn't
Marv
me.
says-
Okay.
Unky Marv says, "All you kids get out the back. I got the cops."
No wait, I can talk to him as well. I'll talk as well. I'm like really good at talking.
So am I.
Um,
That's all right. I got this. Trust me.
Okay. No,
I mean, I work
I'll be
with
back
the
up. I'll
cops.
I'll
I can
help you out.
definitely handle that.
We'll keep our faces out front just in case something goes wrong. I'll be your backup, Unky Mar, but you can take the lead on this.
Uncle Mars, be careful. Stacy, go fuck yourself. And I'll go out the back.
What about me?
Chase?
I can.
I hope you
Oh,
trip and
no.
fall.
Just make sure they don't see your guns.
Oh,
If need
I'll pay
be-
your bill.
Unky Marv puts his gun back in his car.
If need be, there's a false
Yeah, I
bottom on
do
the
that
trunk
as
of the
well.
Tesla if you need to hide something.
I stashed my gun very quickly.
So who's out front? Who's up? Who's going behind the house to hide?
Behind the house.
Behind the house.
Stacy and
Behind.
Marv out the front.
In
Okay.
the front.
So just
And-
Stacy and Marv. So it's just these two on the overlay. Everyone else is hiding.
Oh.
Okay.
Wait, no,
I
I'm
think-
in the front. I'm,
Yeah,
I'm,
you-
I'm
Yeah.
We're
doing-
Jane as well. Okay.
So,
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's a perfect split of 3 and 3.
3 and 3.
oh, so wait,
Perfect.
isn't Eugene high?
No, well, I mean, yeah, I'm high, but I could be around cops. It's fine.
Cool. The good
Yeah.
plan.
Just
Pull D50 to see if we're in one of the states that allows you to smoke marijuana and be fine with that.
Oh.
or does the GM just overrule because of this is because where I'm from and where we're broadcasting from, marijuana is illegal.
Also perfectly
Well-
fair.
Well, yeah,
Oh.
I'm also a PI, so I'm on a case. So yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna know. Yeah. So
Don't worry, baby. If you get arrested, I'll have Prospero pay your bail. It's all good.
Ooh, just dig that knife in further.
Yeah. Damn.
It's all right. I've done it in the past.
Yeah. It's not like they haven't done that to me before. So.
Wow. So we have 3 people out the front, 3 people hiding behind. A single police car turns up on the scene. You could have ran, you could have disappeared, but you chose to face the cops. We'll see how this goes. We'll play to find out. A single policeman exits the squad car. Have you had like run-ins with the law before? Haven't would you know?
Oh yeah.
Well,
I would know the local
Yeah.
cops
Yeah.
for sure.
Okay.
And I also have them as a connection in Naked City, and well, from a perk. So
Okay. So, Malcolm, you know Malcolm Ford, who's one of the older police officers in Prospero. Prosperity, sorry, not Prospero. You don't own the name fully, but it's close enough. Yeah, stop that. So one of the older police officers gets out of the car and just looks over. He's like, you just see that looks like he's just in a bad mood, and he's one of those police officers which close to retirement age. And just in a sleepy town, there's nothing to do, but he looks like he's just in a grumpy mood today. Says, what are you kids doing here today? Look, we have no comment. This is a crime scene. Get out of here.
Well,
It's a crime scene?
officer. Yeah.
Of course it's a crime scene. It's got... Oh. Well, it's not a crime scene. Just get out of here.
Well, officer, these are people helping me in the middle of an investigation, as I am within my right under the Privacy Act for investigators that I can actually act on these premises without impunity.
You're that investigator guy. Oh, that's right. Eugene, what are you doing here?
Well, I mean, a couple things fell into another thing and just seemed to end up here. At least this time I'm not drunk, so I like to think that this is one of the better times to catch me.
Eugene, we just had a report come in from the station, as in from the TV station, that there's someone perving on one of their... Well, have you been flying your drone?
Well, yes, and literally, if Miss Chan wishes to try to charge any type of what would we call it, charges, I mean, we can definitely have it to where I can show that my video and my drone was outside of her property, and I was acting within my own duties beforehand. Just not the footage before that, though.
Yes, but if we're going to look at the footage, we need to have to look at all the footage. Isn't that how it goes? And what are you doing? Like, you're an adult. You're playing with toys.
I'm gonna
Well,
butt in and
my-
go, look, Sarge. Look, and I'm gonna tell him the absolute truth about what's going on. With my skill, trust me, to get him to go away. I'm gonna say, look, Sarge, you're like, what, 3 months from retirement? There's some wacky stuff going down here, and me and the kids are gonna
He
fix
pulls
it.
out a notebook. 2 weeks. Puts
2
the
weeks.
notebook back down.
And I'm like, just trust me. There's some wacky, crazy shit going down here, but we're going to save the kids that have gone missing. You've just got to trust me and let us do our thing. And I will roll my special move. Trust me. Oh, no.
You
So,
can spend luck.
Spend luck, please spend luck.
Because on a miss, he thinks you're crazy and maybe be dangerous too. But he already
Well, that's clearly Uncle.
Please don't get arrested. Spend luck.
So I'm going to spend a luck to change that to a 12.
okay.
And on a 10 plus, they will do what you say with no questions asked.
There's got to be a limiter, but I know there's not, because that's what Monster of the Week's about.
What's real quick? What's your
Oh,
You froze a little
what's your
bit.
breakup? Okay.
Yep.
And my luck bonus, I find something weird, maybe even useful. Karsh, if there's something specific you want to give me, or else I'll roll on that random generator.
Oh, as in finding something?
Yeah, I find something.
Oh no,
Maybe
you can
a new
do
sock.
your random generator. I don't think I've got anything that's...
Come on, hopefully a new sock. No, I find a puddle.
Find a puddle.
Okay, let's roll out again, huh?
No,
Okay.
that's what you got.
No,
That's
that's what I got.
your random generator. You find a puddle that might be interesting, might be useful
It
later.
might come in useful. It might be.
A,
Is it
a puddle of
ectoplasm?
what? Yeah, a puddle
Blood?
of what? That's
Goo?
interesting.
That's why we don't know if it's useful yet. We don't
Mhm.
know
It
what
could be. It could be.
We
It
played
could be
to
a puddle
find
of
out.
fresh blood. fresh blood.
I was
be
just about
good.
to say that.
I have an idea.
Fresh blood, no whammies.
Oh,
Fresh
I
blood, no
scare
whammies.
I scare the police officer so much that there is a puddle of yellow-colored liquid at his feet.
What the heck? No.
So how like you've scared him off, but how? Like what? Like you've gone the whole
Like it's the truth. I'm
it's
saying
the
that
truth.
that
investigating something and
something that will suck the life out of you.
and I think it's just like look, don't start. If we have more complaints, Eugene,
Look, no more drone.
What the heck?
or photography, and look, things like that, they're kids' toys. Stop playing with kids' toys. You're a grown man, and just because it's outside the property, if you're looking over a fence, that's the same thing.
Technically, no, but I mean, I understand.
Technically, if you're looking over someone's fence to perv at them, whether physically or via your toys, it's the same thing.
Eugene, I'm not Eugene. Jeez, I'm Eugene.
Malcolm.
Malcolm, I only, want one person. Sadly, I'm not going to get that person. But
does everybody in town know?
The worst guarded secret in town.
Apparently so.
Yeah.
He turns to Stacy and it's like, why are you back in town?
There was like a funeral? Did you not
Yeah,
hear?
but just keep your sister out of trouble.
Okay, you and I both know that that's a bigger job than God themselves could handle.
Can I hear this?
She
I know
told me
I'm
this
behind
is
a house, but
nice.
can I hear this?
No.
You can't hear this at all.
For the best.
Kind of sees me as like a mentor, so don't worry, I'll steer her straight.
If I hear any reports of people breaking into this house,
Oh well, we've got to do that. So anyone else, if you hear reports of anyone else breaking,
Yeah,
don't worry.
we'll let you
It's
know.
not us.
Hand to God. Hand to the God that can't keep my sister out of trouble. We will let you know.
stay out of this house. Stay out of anyone else's house and stop taking photographs of women.
Okay, we will stay out of the house.
Or men, if that's
now
what your
get out of
preference
here.
is.
I told you to scram.
Goes.
We will stay out of this house.
He's still going to
Gotcha,
warn
Malcolm.
you. He's going, but he's going to warn you. I have to. So what's the plan? Go straight into the house.
Right.
The
We
link
have
back
a
to the people in the
my-
backyard.
So here's my idea. Okay, so like my thinking is that I am not very good at fighting, but I'm also the only one who can see invisible things, and to our knowledge, this thing is invisible. And so I should probably take point, just so like you guys, I can see it and then tell you where it is, and you guys can have an idea of where to point your weapons. Please don't let me die.
I think that a couple of us climb the roof and break in through the window, and then some of us knock on the door.
The back door is unlocked because of the window being opened, and
Well, the window is on the
mean?
second
Second
floor. They climbed
Oh.
up to the second floor to unlock it.
A couple of you young chappies climb up the roof, and we'll knock on the door.
oh,
We'll try and
that's
distract them.
not me. That's not me. But once we get in, then I will be our supernatural flashlight.
It would be just so great if we had just a big, strong man who was able to just climb to the second floor and get in that way. Does anybody know any big, strong, handsome men who might be interested in doing that? Who might be interested specifically in competing to do that? for me to
Ugly
watch.
Dave.
Alternatively,
Ugly Dave.
alternatively.
Climb in.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, yeah. Ugly Dave from the carnival's big and strong, but he's not handsome.
Alternatively, Trace used to break all the locks. Pick all the locks on my diaries when we were little. I bet she could pick the back door if she really wanted to.
I think I'm more inclined for us to all go in together, given we don't know what we're gonna find.
That's my thought. So maybe Trace, if you want, like, you could try to pick the lock to the back door and we could all enter together.
Sure, I guess I can do that. You have to ruin all of the fun, Stacy. But
Sorry,
I-
I'm not actively encouraging men to compete over you so you can get all the attention again, all the time.
Would this be an act under pressure?
So I just wanted to know what the decision was going to be, and then we'll end.
Oh, okay.
We'll keep them short. We're not going to get through a whole mystery every time
Yeah.
because the amount that we heavily encourage the role playing, and everyone has been doing really full on role playing. I love it. It's been very entertaining. Hopefully, people have been watching and loved it as well. If you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, all the bits and pieces. But I think that we'll call it before we enter the spooky house, because that could be a thing in itself. And having these like shorter and sharper might be a better thing than having massive mega shows or finishing an entire investigation in a single show. So, with this is different from normal, so I've got to bring something up. We'll do our outros, but there's something I've got to bring up as well. When we finish at the end of the session, we also need to answer some questions. So, we need to answer, at the end of each session, the keeper asks the following questions. Did you conclude the current mystery? Did you save someone from certain death or worse? Did you learn something new and important about the world? Did we learn something important about one of the hunters? So these are important things. So if you answer yes to one or two of those, mark 1 experience. I don't think we answered yes to 3 or 4 because
I think we did 3. I think we did 3 of those.
Did you save
Which
someone?
ones? We didn't save
But
someone.
we saved you from embarrassment, kind
That
of.
it no. That
Save
is
from certain death
I
or
saved
worse.
Oh.
myself from that.
Well,
Thank
Tracy
you.
could have killed.
Yeah, I think I mean I could make the argument that Trace is the or worse.
If it's only or worse for my character, I don't think it applies to everyone involved.
Okay.
And once again, I saved myself from that one. I dug myself out of my own hole.
Okay.
We did learn something important about characters. Tracy is ready to go off at any moment.
I would say Tracy's willingness to put violence on the table is very strong.
And Stacy as well with the I think those two, the jinx,
Yeah, I did. I knew the French, like the relationship between the two was strained, but not to the point where Stacy would actually use her powers against her own sister.
Hey, don't doubt it.
I mean, I only did it because Tracy said she wished she had eaten me in the womb.
That
was savage.
Yeah, I did try and look up to see if there was like a counter spell thing under use magic. I didn't see it, and I didn't want to hold it up. I was like, that'd be something Prosper might try and do, but there's no option for it. So
I think Prosper,
take it.
I deserved that. I deserved that after that.
I would have let if Prospero got like 7 on the enchanting magic device, I would have allowed that harm if you wanted to move that down. Because that would have hurt Trace as well. Well, at least Trace's relationship.
Well, I'm glad I once again rolled very high.
So does that mean we all get 2 XP?
1.
One?
If we answer yes to like 1 or 2 questions, we only get 1 XP. It's not 1 XP per question.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to clarify.
And the only
So
other
Chibi and
question-
I are at 4. Chibi, we just
Yeah.
gotta fail one more roll and we'll be
I
there.
know, right? Winning.
And you can donate
Failure.
to actually increase that speed. But this is only a small game. It's only temp. I do have upwards of like 10 plus adventures we can go through, but we're not going to get through them all. So I'm handpicking some really nice ones and thought which should be really fun. Yeah, I like this one. This is cool. And I love the script. So let's do outros. We'll start with Molgars. You've been here before. You know what you're doing.
Hi, yeah, my name is Molly or Molgars. I'm playing Stacey Jenkins the Spooky, and you can find me at Please Send Cash on Twitter if you want tweets that rarely come but are funny when they do.
Yep. We'll go to Dr. Oblong.
Hey, I'm Dr. Oblong. I'm an electronic music artist. You can check out my new EP that I launched this week at SoundCloud/Dr. Oblong. That new EP is called Standing on the Shoulders of Giants.
Kidoki.
Need to give that a listen.
We have Howln.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Howln. I was playing our lovely Eugenius and his lovable self.
Yes, it is Eugenius.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
the gag.
Even though I'm not. Literally, if you have any questions on anime or anything like that, you want to chill with me as I talk anime facts or play any type of strategy game, you can meet us on our me and my family on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Howln. We talk anime strategy games all the time. So
Okie dokie. We have Wolf.
Hey everyone, I'm Wolf of Red Roses. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at Wolf of Red Roses, and you can check out my itch.io page for my game design work. I played Prospero Theus III today, and man, certainly a character who has done things and is not at all a good person.
I think you're nice.
You're gravely
It's like you're his
mistaken.
friend. You have to say that.
He pays you.
Pro-
I'm
Prospero
his lover, and
tries-
I don't say that.
There's karma happening here.
Hey,
Listen.
hey, look, that's my boy right there. Y'all can't talk nothing bad on him at all. That's my boy. He
Chibi.
gives me shit.
And my boy Blue.
Hi, I'm Chibi. I am a full-time commission artist based in Australia. You can find my work at bespokecc.com.au. And I also stream on Twitch under Hitokiri Chibi on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, where I work on my commissions and answer questions.
Okay.
I was playing Brianna Gentry, who is the searcher of this game. I am doing very well at searching and finding things unrelated to our current mystery, like cats.
Yes.
Yeah. I
It's
find
so
naked
important,
weather
though.
women.
There may or may not have been a chat in pre-show about cats and about everybody having cats.
There were a lot of cats.
Although, Chibi, you do have the biggest. That's, yeah. VJ, welcome in. Thank you for joining. Facial expressions, I try not to laugh at just the facial expressions between just when Stacey starts speaking. It's been amazing. Outro.
Hi, I'm VJ Stonecraft. I played Tracy Trace Jenkins. I am the Crooked, if that wasn't obvious. You can find me at VJ_Stonecraft on Twitter. I'm also a cast member with Crossroads Games. You can catch me as Arabella Earhart in The Glass Chronicles and other projects as well. I'm also the creative director for Love Wins Craft, a queer Call of Cthulhu podcast. Molgars is also a cast member on that.
Wait,
Hugs, not
you're-
drugs, kids.
Wait, you've played with Molgars before? You can't
I
tell.
know, like
Couldn't
this is natural
couldn't tell at all.
chemistry.
Yeah, no, it's beautiful chemistry. It really has been fun to watch you both. So we're going to be rating Streets of Gotham. Manapot Studios, who are doing Streets of Gotham. I don't even know what system they're doing, but I think cool. That's quite unique. We've rated Manapot before. We do have our credits roll, so we're doing the thing after the credits roll. I'm just trying to find music, but we'll probably have to do it without it because it just things did stuff, and I'm like trying to get things. We'll do all the deserted house music. Why not? We'll do the Deserted House music for the outro. But thank you everyone for coming in. We have Hero-ish tomorrow. I know that sounds weird. Hero-ish is our brand new superhero show where we're not heroes, we're hero-ish. Where motivations might not be heroic or moral. Based in morals, you could say. So it's based off another Powered by Apocalypse game. It's based off the Masks: A New Generation, and should be lots of fun. It's a bit weird, and we've put in a fair bit of work for the overlay, again by Hitokiri Chibi. I'm looking forward to finally getting superheroes on the channel. It's been a long time doing that. But thank you again. Let's get this raid happening. They've moved the button, so thank you everybody, and thank you all this. Give me a moment. I pressed the wrong buttons because, of course, I did. There we go. Just ignore me. There we go. Bye, everybody. We'll see you soon.